between a few.
Right? Always. Hello, everybody. I got my gal, Tara. I'm pointing the right way.
You are.
And tonight we are joined by the fabulous Alexa Aston. Hello.
Hi, everybody. Thanks for having me tonight.
I am so beyond thrilled that you got to join us today. You have such an incredible backlist. I just want to talk all about it. It's going to be so much fun. Yeah, so we this is what we do every other. It's kind of like every other week. We do a reading sprint where we talk sometimes about our book of the month, which this month, I don't know. Alexa, do tell us. We're going to ask all about your influence and things. Have you ever read by chance Amy Rose Bennett?
I have not.
Okay.
In fact, I'll be honest, I read very little romance because I don't want to be influenced by people. I don't want to get their style, their voice, their characters plot-wise in my head. So I read thrillers for the most part.
Oh, wow.
Okay. All right. We got to get into this now. Oh, I am excited. Oh, this is very intriguing. Very intriguing. Okay, Terry, hello. Hi, Sock. Hello, Megan. And hey, Abby Jean, and all of our other friends who are joining us, but not saying hello. That's cool. So let's just get into it because, I'm so excited. What made you want to be an author?
Okay, I was an only child for 6 years, and my mom told me, you got to entertain yourself. And that's when it all started. I would line my stuffed animals up and my dolls, and I would tell them stories, and I would pick them up, and Ralph Rabbit would talk to the giraffe, and I would just make up these things. So it's like before I could even read or write, I was telling stories.
I love it. Oh, I love it. I love it.
Yeah. And then my sister came along, and then my brother came along 16 months later, and then I had a built-in audience to tell my story.
I love that. So would you have also called yourself a playwright at that time? Did you guys do plays or anything? I'm envisioning that right now.
I grew up in a neighborhood, and there were about 5 or 6 other girls my age. And by the time we were about 7 or 8, I was already making up names for them and assigning them parts. And we were kind of acting out stories. So, yeah, it goes way back.
Love it. Playwright, Alexa Aston.
Hey, maybe that's the new challenge. I don't know.
There you go. It's fun to try new things.
Yes, as long as Johnny Bailey would play the lead, I'll write him anything.
I love it. I love it. Take us through your journey to publishing your first book.
Well, I wrote my first novel in college back in the day, and I was going to teach by day, write by night. Now, how romanticized is that? Okay. You get into the classroom, and I don't care if it's your first year or your 31st year, you're putting in 80-hour weeks, you're grading papers till midnight, you're talking to parents, you're doing lesson plans. And down the line, I got married and had a kid, and, there's laundry and meals and all of that. And the writing dream it was put on hold. So at the time my daughter was in high school, I wound up meeting a couple of people that also were interested in writing. So we formed a little critique group and started dabbling and trading chapters and everything. But I really did not get serious about it until after I left teaching. I was a teacher 30 years, history teacher. So naturally segueing into historical romance was an easy move. And then I consulted 2 years, and then it was like, okay, I've been something for everybody. I've been the teacher, the wife, the mom, the daughter. It's my time to shine in the sun now. This is what I want to do. Let's see if I can do it. So I went to a couple of cons and met some editors, pitched, and I signed with a small press, and they were very small, and they really didn't know what they were doing. And I didn't know they didn't know what they were doing because I didn't know enough to know that they didn't know what they were doing. So, put some books out for them, and I just didn't see, going anywhere. And I had written several medievals at that point. And so you can't cold call. I cold emailed Catherine Lebec, the queen of medieval romance. It's like, hey, this lady, she's big, on Amazon. Maybe she'll answer my email, maybe she won't. And I did not know this. She had just formed her own publishing company, Dragon Blade Publishing.
Yes.
And one of her friends who had been at that small press with me and had gone indie had asked her, hey, Catherine, you just now formed your own imprint. Would you publish me? And so she decided maybe she could publish other people. And so she looked over what I was doing, looked over my website, and she was like, do you want to come on board and let me, teach you the ropes and everything? Well, so I was like the third or fourth author with Dragon Blade, and now they probably have maybe 80 or 90. I mean, I don't know. Every time I look at the website, it just, it's blown up. So I was, in that original group. And so that's how that started. And then I love writing historicals, but every now and then I need to cleanse my palate. It's just one of those, to keep the Regencies fresh, I need to go play in another sandbox. And so I started writing contemporary. Well, Catherine's best friend is also an author, and Tanya Crosby also has her own publishing house. And so I just, asked her, I said, hey, Catherine doesn't publish contempts. Would you be interested in something? And she was like, oh my gosh, yes. So I also published books for Oliver Heber books.
Get out.
Wow. Yeah. So juggling a lot of balls, and it's fun because, like I said, I'll write a historical series, and at the end it's like, okay, ready to do something new. And then I start a contemporary one. And by the time I'm at the end of the contemporary, I'm itching to get back to historical. So I feel like I stay fresh and I keep challenging myself by juggling more balls.
I love this story so much. I love it. So, okay. So you mentioned that you were a history teacher. Is that right? You said?
Yes.
Okay.
I taught U.S. and AP U.S. history.
That's literally what I was about to ask you. So, okay, but you said you primarily write medieval romance, or is that just how you started?
That's when I first started out, and I probably have about 20 medievals to my name. Okay, here's another story for you. When I contacted Catherine, I had written, I think, 4 medievals, 3 westerns, and 2 romantic suspense. And so she was like, you're all over the place. Stick with one thing first, let's get you an audience, and then if you want to branch out. And since I had written more medievals and I loved teaching history, I thought, I'm going to do that and everything because the research appeals to me. I have to kind of watch, not going down the rabbit hole with research, but I decided, okay, we'll do that. And so I wrote my first series. Okay, I read series. That's all I read. Why did I write 9 standalones? I have no idea. I cannot even begin to tell you why. It was like I would get an idea and I would write that book, and it was like, okay, tie the bow, put it over. And so Catherine's like, you have to write a series. So my first series for Dragon Blade was a 6-book medieval, and then it did pretty well. And so she said, I want more. So what do you do with a medieval couple? You just give them more kids. They had 4 more kids. I got 4 more books. It was a 10-book series. And so that's what I launched at Dragon Blade.
I just love that. It's so funny. I do a morning show as well. And I was talking to one of my other booktuber gal pals, Carrie, and she said her favorite thing to read are next generation. That's so fun. I just love that. I love that. Now, you mentioned that you enjoy thrillers. That's primarily what you tend to read.
Yes, that ticking time bomb plot. That's what I like. I mean, the urgency.
Yes. Oh, yes, we love a little tension. Yes, we do. How much does that, if at all, does that get into your writing? Or do we see that?
It probably does by osmosis, and I don't even realize it. Because like I said, I'm a reader. I mean, I read mystery. I mean, I love the thrillers, but I read mystery. I read biographies because I'm a big historian. I read women's fiction. The back of the soup can. I'm just a reader. Give me anything, I'll read it. So, yeah, but it's like I said, I have my critique partner. She writes romance, so I will read hers. And then a couple of my friends from Dragon Blade, Mira Platt is one. I'll read theirs. But beyond that, like I said, I just don't want to be influenced. But I think when you do read outside the genre that you're writing, I think that helps you bring new ideas and new plot lines and new characteristics and traits to your characters that aren't the stereotypical, hero, heroine, type thing. And of course, like I said, I've segued now. Catherine challenged me. She said, okay, done all these medievals. How about changing? How about doing Scottish or Regency? And when I was like a teenager and early 20s, I read a lot of Regencies. And I thought, you know what? That would be so cool to, have my book on a shelf and there's Julia Quinn, she writes Regencies and everything. So now I probably have written 50 or 60 Regencies. So yeah, so that has really appealed to me. I've really enjoyed that.
I love it. I love it. Now, I saw in your bio that you are from Texas. Now,
yes, the accent. Can you not tell I'm a Texan?
well, I thought I would sound more studious if I was like, I read in your bio.
Oh, darling, do tell.
Yes. When you did your cute little video the other day for one of your brand new releases, I was like, oh man, I have not heard that accent in a while.
Yeah, I was born in Dallas, raised in Dallas, and I've either lived there or in a Dallas suburb all my life. So,
I love it. Now, have you done any Westerns then?
yes, I have. I've done probably 4 or 5. The American West, like the 1870s and 80s, because that was a fun era that I enjoyed teaching, after the whole westward movement and the expansion and all. So, like I researched cattle drives and, let's do one about a cattle drive, and I did one in San Francisco, which was a very cosmopolitan town of the West back then. And so that was a very different Western. I did a series that it was called Lawmen of the West, and there were 4 different kind of lawmen. There was a sheriff, a Texas Ranger, a Pinkerton detective, and a U.S. Marshal. So yeah, I do enjoy Westerns.
I need to read all of these now. Okay, Susan has a question. I'm not sure though. Someone help me decode this. I apologize. She says, do you use different authors' names for Jenny? Maybe she
genres, probably different genres.
Oh, that's cool.
Okay. No, I'm Alexa Aston for everything. I have 103 books right now that are published, and then I have 9 more coming this year, and another 5 to finish up a this year series next year. So all of those are written, and I'm already writing in 2027 now. So
wow,
isn't it funny how time is different in the publishing world? Like if you look at the arcs, they're all like for fall at this point. Like everyone's talking about October to December, even though it's March.
Well, but today I actually worked on edits for 2 different books this year, and they were both in October. So it was the final book in my small town contemporary series, Hearts in Hawthorne, which all my small towns are set in Texas, just about. And then the other one, I have 5 books in Captivating Kisses, a Regency series coming out this year. And so that was book 5 that I did edits for, and then 6 through 10 are next year. So yeah, working on 2 different edits today, 2 very different subgenres.
I love that.
I had thought maybe, when I switched to doing contemporaries, maybe I could pick a new pen name. And I don't want to call myself lazy, but it's a lot of work to have 2 different names. Because, you're talking a new website, brand new social media. So, every time you post, you're posting as Alexa, and then you're posting as the other person. And let's post on Twitter, and then Bluesky, and then Insta, and then Threads, and then Facebook, and then Facebook author group. And, it's like, it's already bad enough posting as it is. And it's like, I don't want to be the 3 faces of Eve and, be going in all different directions. So I just said, Alexa's just going to do it all. Love it, leave it, like it, take it, whatever.
I love it. Shannon asks a very important question. Do you sleep?
Not a lot. Let me tell you, from the time I hit 40, I used to be able to drink a Diet Coke at 11 at night, go to bed, sleep like a baby. And the minute I turned 40, it was just like, lie on the pillow, boom, eyes open. So, I started, trying to figure it out. I cut out caffeine, and that helped. But no, I don't sleep much. But I credit being able to produce so much to being a teacher. I was very organized. I was very disciplined. I'm very efficient. And the thing is, I loved that teaching career. I mean, that was my ideal, to be a teacher. But yet now that I'm in this second chapter of my life, I love writing even more than I did teaching. And so to me, although it is a lot of work, it is a joy to be able to do this and tell these stories. So yeah, who cares? Sleep. I can sleep in heaven. That may be heaven for me, actually getting sleep.
I love it so much. Shannon says, I am 44, and man, do I ever relate. I tell you. Yes.
Yeah. Yes. It's just like a switch, comes on and off. So
I I love it. I love it so much. We're also seeing love small town. Nicole said, I just purchased The Pawn, the King's Cousin series. Sounds incredible.
Aren't those covers just gorgeous?
I think we need to start looking. Should we go? You want to
Yeah.
go look? Okay, let's go. Oh, I'm so excited. Oh, she's even got those. I'm also, what I'm going to do, Alexa, I'm going to pop up your website, which
Okay.
talking about her links. She has everything.
Here's the first one, The Pawn. Aren't
I'm
the
just-
colors just amazing?
Stunning.
Look at
Yeah.
that.
Then here's one of the other ones.
Oh my goodness.
And the third. This was a trilogy, and it's called The King's Cousins, and basically they're cousins to one of the kings, and he uses them as pawns to kind of advance, his agenda and everything. So yeah, and I have to, as I showed the covers, I have to give a wonderful shout out to Dar Albert. She has designed every cover for me. Can you imagine every cover? And we're still going strong. Like I said, there are about 12 or 15 covers you guys haven't even seen yet because those books aren't up for pre-order or whatever. But she doesn't just do romance. And the thing, you got to think about it. She, does my small town stuff and all my historicals, the Westerns and medievals and Regencies. But, she does sci-fi, she does horror, thriller, punk. Dar Albert is talented. Wicked Designs, I think that's her website. Wicked Smart Designs, that's what it is. So if anybody out there is looking for somebody, Dar is creative and she is a joy to work with.
Oh my gosh. And Terry's even saying Dar Albert is amazing. I'm guessing she doesn't sleep much either. Even just working on your covers.
We keep her busy.
I bet you do. I love it. Okay. So we're going to share the screen. We're going to your website, which I was just sort of saying earlier. When you sent me all your links, I was so amazed. Like, she really does. You guys got to look in the description box because she has everything. It was like, other than like Twitch. It was pretty much everything but that. It was amazing. So, okay. All right, Alexa, where should we go first? Because I'm just so excited. We've got your Captivating Kisses. Should we talk about that?
Yeah, let's talk about that series because that just started in February.
Yes.
What it is, it's a 10-book series. And really, my readers really love family as a theme. And that is a theme that runs throughout a lot of my series, whether it's an actual family, blood related, or it's the family you create, the family of the heart, those friends that you pull in and all. And so in this series, it's 3 different families, but they're all related. And the 10 books are the 10 cousins. So one family has 4 siblings, then there's 3, and then there's 3. And not only are they siblings and cousins, but some of them are very good friends. And like I said, it's just like I said, I enjoy writing about family so much. And my books all read as standalones. But if you read any of them, you'll recognize other couples, that come in and out and everything. And like I said, if you could start at book 5, that's great. I do think it's a richer experience to start with a book 1, because then if you get to book 2, book 1's couple is there and you already know their story. And so, because I don't put a lot of that backstory on the page. I think that is so boring. Have you read those books before where you get book 2 and half of book 2 is retelling what happened in book 1? And I'm like, no, I'm not going there. I can, between a line or 2, between dialogue, between throwing people into a situation, I can show you those relationships. I don't need to go back and retell book 1 or 2 or 3 or 4, kind of thing.
Oh my goodness. I love it. These covers are so ridiculously gorgeous.
They're so lush. They are. Go to the tab on the Strongs of Shadowcrest, if you would.
Okay. Absolutely. Yes.
That was my Regency series last year. I think maybe that might be my favorite historical cover.
That's so pretty.
Is that just not romantic?
Yes.
Yes.
So beautiful.
Yeah.
And is he holding a telescope? No. What is it called?
Yeah, because he's a sailor. Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, Dora's very good about working in little subtle things sometimes like that.
I love it. I love when they have a prop. Oh, how cute is this?
Oh my
Yeah.
goodness.
Well, she's a tomboy. And do you know that was one thing I try as I'm writing to make sure that I'm using words from that era. I don't want to use a 1958 word, in a Regency, but they actually had the word tomboy back then. And so Pippa is a tomboy, and that's why she's in her breeches, because she loves running around and riding.
I think I can count on one hand the number of covers I've seen where the gal is in breeches, trousers, whatever you want to call it. I
Yeah.
love it.
Yeah.
I love it. Oh my gosh, this is fantastic. Are there more? There have to be more.
Yeah, there's 7 total that are in it, and everything is a different color.
I love this one.
Look, he's got the eye patch and you can see the scar under his cheek.
Yes.
That's another thing we don't often see are scars on the cover.
Yeah.
I know.
The captain and the Duchess.
Okay, that may be my favorite cover of all of these. I don't know.
That one
I mean,
is
Drake is
stunning.
just hot.
I mean, the gown, I love. Okay, I don't want to cover up Alexa, but I'm seeing all these comments. I don't know if you're seeing any of these.
No.
I'm gonna remove this. I'm putting it back. We're going back. But
Okay.
you have to see what everybody's saying because this is just so cute. I love the jewel tone covers. I agree. The no retails, 1 books in 3, 1, 2, 3. I love when things are shown, not just told. Oh my goodness, the covers of the Knights of Honor series. I'm dying. Okay, we have to look at that. And buying. I'm dying and buying. The covers are gorgeous. Ladies in pants. Yes. Love the covers, truly. Hey, Crystal, by the way. Hey. The eye patch. Intrigued. The breeches. Yes. And they have the noble titles for our bonus bingo. Good job, Megan. We're doing a Tea and Biscuits bingo card for 2025.
Oh, okay.
That works out there. Cassandra says, I agree you should read the series in order. By the way, I love the covers. So beautiful. And Nicole says, Word of Honor is my favorite cover. It gives me Scarlet and Red vibes.
Oh.
How fun. Okay, I'm sorry. All these fabulous comments. I didn't want you to miss out.
Oh, I appreciate that. I really do. Like I said, I love showing the covers off too. Number 6 is another good one.
Okay.
Keep going. That's 5.
Okay, that's 5.
That's a house party, so that's a duet. Yeah,
I love a house party.
Purple.
Aren't the colors in that just remarkable?
Yes, and I love his pose, the way he's just sort of, it looks like he's just cherishing her. I mean,
He's very protective.
Oh,
Like wrapped around him. Oh, so
And his
pretty.
name is Byron. How romantic is that?
yes. Oh, I just saw this cover the other day. I'm sorry, I'm probably way too loud. This is so cute. We were talking about this. You know what? Because I think Terry recommended this for one of our books coming up. I believe. I saw this the other day. It's precious. I just love it. Look like, is this enemies to lovers?
It does look like it. But
Well, it's funny because Effie is the youngest of all of these strong siblings. We're down at the very end, and she really doesn't want to get married. She just wants to stay home and care for her animals and, do her thing. But, she's going to do the one season because that's what her mom wants. And Malcolm is a duke, and he was previously married to a woman of his mother's choosing because he didn't care who he married. And she dies in childbirth, as so want to happen in a Regency. And so this time he's like, by God, it's gonna be my choice. And he finds Effie, and that's who he wants. And the fact that he's a duke means nothing to her. She's not impressed with polite society. Her brother's a duke. He's just a regular old guy. And so she just blows Malcolm off. And he just cannot believe, it's like, come on, I'm a duke. Dukes rule. They don't make any mistakes. Dukes make their own rules, girl. And she just doesn't want to give him the time of day. So I think they're a fun mix.
I love it.
I love it so much. I love Terry's like, he's blonde.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. Okay. So Nicole was saying that she loves Word of Honor. Where can I see
Okay,
that
there's
one?
2 different covers for that. So I don't know if she loves the original one or the updated one, because we actually refreshed covers on that series. And I don't know if I put the refreshed ones on my book or not. Hold on, I'll pull.
Okay.
This was let me see if I can get in the light here. This was the original cover, which I have the paperback for here. I don't know if you can see that or not.
Ooh, is that the one you're talking about, Nicole? It's the one on your site. Is that the one?
I think, like I said, because I don't think I put the refreshed ones up yet. That's one of those, on the to-do list, and it's way down
Oh,
the
she
list.
went for the updated one, she said. Okay, well, now I need to see it.
Oh, okay,
So
okay.
where
All the
would
updated ones. Dar did the updated ones too. She did all 10 original ones, and we decided to kind of refresh because the series is, I don't know, 6-7 years old, and sometimes you put a new cover on, and it actually brings new readers in, to a great series. And
Yeah.
all, and Dar was like, "Oh, I didn't know what I was doing back then. These are better," and I like both.
I love it. I love that. And it's called which one? Now I just have to
Knights
say,
of Honor. Knights of Honor is the tab. I don't
Knights
see.
of Honor. Knights of
Yeah.
Honor. Okay, sorry. I'm like on a mission here. I'm just so intrigued. Okay, so we're in Knights of Honor.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my heavens. That's beautiful.
Okay, we're not seeing it here. We're just seeing me.
Oh no!
And
I'm so sorry. Oh my gosh, I'm so whoopsie.
Yes.
My apologies.
There we go. That's it. Yes, that's the updated one.
B was building us tension.
Yeah.
I'm just so excited. I'm so sorry. My apologies, everybody.
No, I love the excitement. Enthusiasm is wonderful. We need to celebrate romance. I mean, times are really hard right now, and there's a lot of people down about a lot of things, and that's what reading is all about, is that Calgon take me away moment, that you just go into that book and just, help write that story.
Yes. Yes. Okay. Since we're in your site, this is so self-serving of me. Everyone, I apologize, but I saw a novella here today. I've already put it on my Kindle Unlimited, and I'm hoping to read it tonight when we do sprints. I just want to hear you say something about it. I think everyone will hopefully like it. And again, I apologize because this is terribly self-serving, but I'm just so excited about it. It is, you have to talk to me about The Bridge to Love. I need to hear what you think of The Bridge to Love.
Okay, tell me first why you were drawn to it.
Well, I loved the back of the cover. Was initially I'm like, oh, what's going on? What's going on?
Was it the ghost?
Yeah. Well, yeah, like the light, and I see the background. It's very atypical. And then reading the summary, it sounds like we have a couple that was in love many, 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 many years ago.
Medieval times.
Okay.
Yes.
And they passed away. And then are they each on either side of the bridge, and they can't get to one another?
Exactly. Yes, you have nailed it. It's a very tragic story, and they're torn apart, but yet they can see each other and they can't touch each other. And then years later, this Regency couple comes along, and they, knew each other as children and wind up getting back together, and she sees the lady ghost to begin with. And so then she tells him, and they start doing research, and they go back into the family's, albums, because the two ghosts are from their two families. And so they need to, not only they unite in Regency times, they need to reunite these two ghosts. So yes, it's one of my favorite things. Wow. And like I said, it's just a little standalone novella. It first appeared in a Dragonblade anthology that was a Halloween anthology. So it had all kinds of ghosts and witches and all kinds of stuff in it. And then Catherine usually pulls out novellas, and then, we just do them as standalones. So let me know what you think when you finish. I'd love to hear your opinion of it.
I just grabbed it today, and I was like, I'm reading this tonight. It's 74 pages. I'm reading the whole thing tonight.
Yeah.
Even if we
I'm going on Kindle right now.
You know what? You can leave. Just go start it now. We'll keep the party going without you.
Bye, everyone. I love it. I love it so much. You got to see some of these comments again. Okay, let's see here. Megan's like, oh my gosh, I'm dying. Bridge to Love sounds amazing. I know. Ooh, The Bridge to Love sounds right up my alley. Soulmates, second chance, gothic twist. It does sound up your alley, Crystal.
That is very Crystal.
It's very Crystal. And Alexa Aston is going to fill my library. I want them all. Do you have a historical romance not set somewhere else? Wait, what? Not set somewhere else in Europe? Or would you like to write something set in Italy or France?
I'm not sure. I love Italy and France. I have been to both.
Oh,
Catherine, most of the things from Dragon Blade are set in England or Scotland or Ireland or Wales. It's it's kind of romance across the pond, but usually the pond means England, or United Kingdom now and everything. I know we have a few different authors, and they've done a few things in France and Germany, and maybe one in Italy and all. But I had not really thought about that before. But you know what? I'm always open to. You know what? I'm going to make myself a note right now, because if I don't. Yeah, I forget. I had to do this last night at the club talk that I was doing. I'm like, I'm so old. If I don't write this on my phone right now, I'm not going to remember. In my small town contemporaries, food is a big thing. I mean, Texans, we eat. Okay. And my editor for those, she lived in Texas for a while, and then she moved around the world, and she's in Florida now. And so she always is like, oh my gosh, every book I read of yours, I'm so hungry. It's pecan pie, and it's okra, and it's enchiladas, and all of this. And she goes, you need to start putting your recipes in the back of your book and everything. And so, I just haven't done it and everything. And then last night, as we were at this book club, and I got to talking about stuff, because people were saying, oh, I'd like that chili and cornbread recipe you talked about that Sawyer made and everything. And I thought, what if I put a tab on my website and did recipes from the different books? What do you think? Do you think that would go over?
Absolutely. I would love that.
I just clicked over. I was like, is it there already? Oh my gosh. I'm so excited. That's a brilliant idea. Yes, do it. Do it.
Okay. That would be so fun to do like a book club and then bring a dish that's related to the book. That would be really great.
That would. Okay.
I'm so in love. Deborah just goes, not me on Kindle buying a bunch of books.
Okay. But listen, all of those books are in Kindle Unlimited. Okay. I'm a real supporter of KU. We only just this week, Oliver Heber pulled out my Hollywood Name Game series that went wide, and 2 romantic suspenses. But everything else is in KU. And as a reader who has a KU membership, that's the best way to read. That, and of course your local public library. So, don't go buy all of these books if you have KU. Just do the KU thing. And then if you still like it, you can buy the book after that. But
it's called a book trophy.
Yes. It's for yourself back here.
I got quite a few.
That's right. We got so many trophies going, don't we, though? I love it. Abby Jean also says that is a great idea, adding recipes to the website. I love that so much. Jesslyn, hey, here for the Sprints and Live show. We are having a great time, Jesslyn. We are here with Alexa Aston, learning all about her incredible backlist. This gal's got more ideas than you can shake a stick at, and we are all here for it. Megan just says, I got the Bridge to Love on KU now. I've been needing something fresh and different, and this sounds perfect. I think we're buddy reading tonight, Megan. I think that's what we're doing. Okay, good. My daughter's coming to tell me she's going to be quiet. She's telling me she's not going to talk. That bodes well. I'm going to be calling my husband in 1 second. Deborah says, is it more beneficial for authors to do KU or just buy? I'm a big author supporter. What do you think?
There are arguments on both sides. If you don't buy a book and you check it out in KU, we get a page read. By the page, we get, and of course, it's horrible. It's 0.0001256, and it changes every month based upon the number of authors and the number of books that are in Kindle Unlimited. But and if you really want to help an author out, let's say you check out a book from KU and it's just okay, go on and flip through to the end, because that author will get paid because you flip through all the pages. Yeah.
That's good to know.
I love that. Thank you for that. That's a great tip.
Yeah.
That is a great tip. Terry has a great question. Do you have older characters in your books? I'm in my mid-50s and I really would like to have more people closer to my age in romance.
I haven't yet, but I have an idea for a series. So I'm not going to say too much about it, but if you don't mind me making a recommendation right now, my closest friend from Dragon Blade, we call each other 20. Her name is Mira Platt, and she has a new series out called Silver Dukes. And I have read the first 3. I think it's only 3 out now. And she only contracted for 3, and it has been such a hit. I think they've expanded the series to 6 or 10 or something. And most of these dukes, it's like, the silver starting in the hair. So they're all around 40, 45, something like that. And like I said, I've read the first few, and I really recommend Silver Dukes.
Oh my goodness, thank you. I've been wanting to read Mira Platt too, so this is great because I had not.
She's great. She is so much fun. We're going to get to be able to be together both in April and May. I'm going to go out to LA for the LA Book Times Festival, and Dragon Blade has a booth there, and so that is at the end of April. And then in May, Mira and I are also going to Book Lovers Con, which is in Las Vegas. It used to be called Romantic Times. Maybe some of you are more familiar with that. And the lady who organized it, she passed away, but she willed the rights of this convention to her assistant, who is now taken over. And so Book Lovers Con is going to be happening in May. And so it's like, I never get to see Mira, and I'm going to get to see her like two times within 3 weeks. Sorry.
Yeah, I'm so glad you'll be seeing her so frequently. That's wonderful.
Yeah.
Well, you mentioned your contemporary series a little bit, and I was glancing at those too. I was so taken with those as well. I'm looking for. Remind me, what is it called again? What's the series called? Hearts and Hawthorne, right?
That's the one that'll be coming out this year. It will come June through October. My contemporaries, I always release one a month for 5 months. We're trying to hit those summer months.
I love it. Is it okay if we look at that, or would you prefer something else? Because we can do anything.
I don't have any books yet. In fact, I just approved the covers this week.
Oh no, I'm sorry. So, I just mean, actually, I could do it here. Is that okay?
Oh, okay. Yes, I just put them on my website. Yes, something I just
Yes, sorry, that's what I meant. I didn't want you to feel like you had to keep pulling books. No, I'm happy to.
Okay. Basically, Hearts and Hawthorne, it's about 2 different families, and it's one family, a brother and 2 sisters, and then their cousins, a boy and a girl. And so they're all in, 30 to 35 for the most part. A couple of them have had, bad relationships or divorce or whatever. And they've come home to Hawthorne to lick their wounds, basically.
Yeah.
And so, yeah. And the guy you see right here, this is West, and he played for the Dallas Cowboys for 10 years.
Oh, my.
Yes, he was a wide receiver. So he's going to come back and be the football coach for the Hawthorne Hawks.
Oh boy.
Yes. And this story, I love that one because it's a second chance romance. He was dating this girl briefly in high school. She is the sister of his best friend, and they were kind of those Irish twins. And so her brother and her are both in the same senior class. And they just always kind of ran around together. And the last couple of, months in high school, when they have all the activities, the prom and baccalaureate and the parties and all, neither of them were dating anyone. And so they were like, hey, you want to go together? And they did. And they really found there was a spark there, but they were leaving Hawthorne. He was going to go play at A&M. She was going to go cheer at UT. Okay, enemies, you just can't even speak to each other. So it was kind of like they agreed to go their separate ways. And so, here they are about 12, 13 years later, coming back with all of this experience in life. And now they're both in Hawthorne at the same time. Her dad has had a stroke, and so she's come back to kind of help care for him. He's retired from football and is going to come and coach. And they kind of pick it back up. And so it's a second chance romance.
I love it. I love it. And Tara lived in Texas for quite some time. Does this feel accurate, Tara? The rivalries and all?
Yeah. I lived in Texas for about 7 years in do you know where Fort Hood is?
Oh, absolutely. Yes. Yeah. I had a friend that lived in Fort Hood. Yeah, sure do.
Oh, I love all these titles, Heartstrings and Helmets. And I was at first I thought it was like military, and then when I read about the football, I was like, oh my gosh, that's so perfect. And then we've got Heartbeat Harmony. I love all these colors.
Yeah, he's a doctor and she's a nurse. So
I love because Heartbeat. That's so sweet.
Yes, right.
We're not clever.
What about you are so clever? What about Agent of the Heart? What's that?
He is a sports agent, and he actually happened to be the first guy's West was his client. And then Darby here, she is a cheerleader that was also a cheerleader with the first heroine. And they were at UT together. And now she's come home to her hometown after 10 years. And she's going to be at the high school and be the yearbook and cheerleader sponsor.
I love it. I love her the name Darby. I love. And look,
do you know where I got that?
Where?
Okay. My 5-year-old granddaughter is in preschool, and she is always talking about her best friends, and she's got a Darby and a Mila and a this and a that. And I steal every name that kid tells me because parents today have such cute names for their kids. So several of the heroines from this year and last year, it's my little sunshine's her friends from preschool. So I'm stealing names, and didn't even ask.
Yeah, because she's got a character named Sunshine. I was looking at that. I was like, wait, is this about is that a person or a dog?
Sunshine is my nickname for my granddaughter. I kind of told my daughter, I said, I will give you some privacy. And so that's her. And then her little 2-year-old brother is Buddy. So that's how I refer to them on Facebook. So if you go to my Facebook page, you will definitely see the 2 grands because they're just adorable.
I love it. Cheryl is also, she lives in San Antonio, and she's saying the rivalry is so accurate.
Yeah, it is. I mean, for other people out there, I mean, it's like the Michigan, Ohio State, that kind of thing. The UCLA, USC, what that used to be, that kind of stuff.
Sure. I love this cover, how he has his hand in his pocket. That's so cute.
It's kind of a new thing. It's on several of these covers, and it's like, but it's a new trend. So,
oh, there it is again.
Yeah,
hearts and hooves.
Yeah, he's a rancher. So
I love that cover. It's so fun.
I know, so super fun. And then, again, hand in pocket, hoops and hearts. Hoops. And hearts.
She's a basketball coach. She was an Olympian and then played for a sports team in the WNBA. And he's a lawyer in Dallas. He worked at the Dallas District Attorney's Office, and he kind of had a tragedy in his life and just pushed himself into his work, and he's reached burnout. And so he's come back to Hawthorne because he just wants a slower pace of life. And there's a attorney in there that's retiring. He's like in his 70s. And so he's going to take over his practice. But he also played basketball in college. So they have that in common.
I am so impressed with how able you are to just rattle off the summaries of all of these, especially considering how prolific you are. I would have been like, I don't remember.
But these are the ones now, I mean, that I recently have been getting the edits for and proofing the books and everything. So they're all, I mean, I wrote this whole series last year, but I'm, getting them now. Let me tell you, like I said, sometimes I write a year or 2 in advance, and I will get, a manuscript back from my editor, and it'll be like, I'm looking at the notes, and they'll be like, I really like Jack. Who is Jack? And I'll pull up my character list, and it's like, oh yeah, because she likes little secondary characters, and I love secondary characters. I love just to kind of let them populate, whatever story I'm writing and all. But sometimes you just don't remember. I mean, when you've got that many books, yeah.
I'm always going to my Goodreads, and I'm like, what did I say? Who is that character? What? I would have read it at the beginning of the month, and I'm like, how am I'm blanking?
Yeah. I hear you.
The trials of being into books, right? So it's yes. Let's see. Terry says, I just came back to KU. I heard you have to flip at the same pace as you would read normally for the author to be credited for those pages.
Really? I had not been told that. So Okay. Okay, then do a favor. Put on Grey's Anatomy and just kind of do a little flip. And by the end of Grey's Anatomy, you should be through.
You should be good. Yeah.
It's my kids looking at me as I'm like, what? just. And
another thing that you can do, please, people, write a review. Please write a review. That is the best way that you can support an author. I mean, it's great if you tell other people about their books and all, but reviews do matter. Especially for authors that are on Amazon, because the more reviews you have, that figures into the algorithm and that kind of stuff. So do those. But
I need to be better.
Be kind. That's the only thing. I think that's really in writing. I love everything that I do. There's a lot of pros. I love telling the stories. I love not grading papers. I love not going to boarding meetings. I love challenging myself, but the biggest con would be some of the nasty reviews you get. I mean, I'm happy if someone, doesn't like the book, you can tell it, but you don't have to be vicious in that sense. You can, that, remember with VHS tapes, it was be kind, rewind kind of thing. Be kind, and just say it's not my cup of tea, because not everybody is going to love every book.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. I when I was saying I do reviews on Goodreads, but I need to be more automatically for me to think, oh, I should do Amazon as well. So I need to get better about that. But when I'm reviewing, I always think, what would if the actual author saw my review? I always try to keep that in mind.
Yeah.
Well, with social media, it just seems like, people just say whatever they want, some pretty nasty, brutal things. And it's like, if that person were standing right in front of you, would you say that to them? Maybe, that's kind of your golden rule, to go by and everything, because you can say, that, and you can always find something redeeming. You might say, well, the plot dragged a little bit for me, but I really thought that the hero had some great qualities. That's fine.
Kristen, I'm coming back to Abby Jean, but Kristen has questions that go along with what we're just talking about right now. Where are the best platforms to give reviews? Like, what would you consider to be most important?
Probably BookBub and Amazon for me.
Oh, okay. Good to know. And then how long should a review be to get noticed or to count? Does it matter?
2 sentences, 2 paragraphs. It does not matter.
Really?
Yeah.
Good
what
to
about
know.
if it's just a star rating on Amazon? I'm curious. If you just rate it like whatever.
Yeah.
I don't think that readers even look at that, because how helpful is that? I think a reader that focuses on reviews, they want to see a review. They want to see, did you like it for this or that and everything. What I don't like about reviews is that if you're someone who enjoys closed door and you go on and 1-star an author because it was an open door book, which is clearly said in the blurb, or, that kind of thing, or a typo. I picked up a New York Times bestseller the other day. And so it's from a big house, like Random House, one of those big 5 in New York.
Yeah.
And there was a typo on page 2. And you think about how many people saw that book. And it was a glaring typo. But and I understand, I don't see my own typos. Your eyes, go over that. But I think there were probably 20 sets of eyes on this, because it's a best-selling author and everything. And I've seen reviews on Amazon, a 1-star for a great book. And it's like, I found 2 typos. That's just so sloppy.
Wow.
That's human. It really is. If a typo really distracts from the story, like if they spell the main character's name 5 different ways throughout it, I can see bringing that up, but, like I said, just be kind, be gentle.
Yes. Well, you're preaching to the choir, honestly, because this is the best community. Truly, these people are incredible.
That's great.
They really are. Terry says, I think it's okay to say that a book was not for me and stay polite. It's just common sense.
You can do it. You really can. And I appreciate that, because I appreciate honesty in people in a review. But, like I said, sometimes people can be a little harsh, in those and everything. So, and I know some writers that read every review because they try to learn from their reviews. I know some writers that never look at a review because it's just too wounding, sometimes. Because let's face it, these books, they are our babies. These people are our creations. We went through the whole gestation period with them. We put them out into the world. No one wants to hear their baby is ugly,
That's true. Terry makes another good point. I hate when people give a 1-star because they didn't have the level of spice or not that they wanted. Truly.
Yeah.
I look at star rating distribution, says Abby Jean, on Goodreads, percentage of each star rating. Interesting. Yeah, that's a good point. That's a good point. Also, what a lot of people think are typos really aren't. It's from a different country.
That is so true. And especially being an historical author, sometimes I'll see something in a review and somebody will go, well, the author didn't do her research because blah, blah, blah. And they're wrong. I mean, I'm pretty meticulous on, research and everything. And if something didn't exist at that time or something, and it's like, but you don't want to call readers out. You don't want to start a war online and everything. And so it's just like, just move on. It's one person. You just,
Yeah.
you did your research and everything. So, but that's
Mhm.
another thing I like about writing is not even just historicals, but even in my contemporaries. As a reader, I kind of like learning something while I'm reading a book, and I don't care if it's a romance. And so I do that in my books. I put little things in. So, like with Regency, the customs, the holidays, where they went to school, the food and drink, the dress, all of that. I love to throw in little tidbits. In my small towns, I've researched. I've had a veterinarian. Well, I mean, I've taken my pets to the vet and everything, but I've researched really what practices are like and how they set things up and when dogs get their shots and that kind of thing. So I can slip little things in. The book club I did last night, we did my last year's series, which was called Lost Creek, Texas, and it revolved around a vineyard. And so the first book, there's a guy that comes from California, Napa, and he's the new head winemaker. And the heroine comes in, and it's her family's vineyard, and she builds an event center. Because that's a big thing in the Texas Hill Country nowadays, is to have outdoor weddings or have weddings away from churches. And so vineyards have become a very popular venue for that. And so the whole series is built around the vineyard. One of the guys has a band, and they play the receptions. One of the girls has a bakery, and she bakes the wedding cakes. One of the girls does the photography for them. One of the guys, his family caters a lot of the receptions, barbecue, that kind of thing. And so I told them all about it. I said, I've been to vineyards. I've been to vineyards from Virginia up to British Columbia, down. But when you're there, you're just there to have a good time and do the tastings and be with your friends or family. Yeah. And so I told Mr. Aston, this series is going to be about a winery. We're going to take a field trip. And so we didn't drive all the way down, 5 hours, but about an hour from our house was a vineyard. And so I made reservations for that. We went over, we took a tour of it, walked through, the rows, got to pick grapes off. And this was a white and this was a red. And these have to be picked first and second. And then we went into the building where they did the destemming, where they stored things in the vats. We went into the barrel room, and the head winemaker was actually there. And he told us the difference between French oak and American oak and how it ages. And so as the tour went on, I stayed back and I was like, I'm a romance author. I'm about to write a series. If I have any questions. And he was so sweet. He was like, yeah, sure. Here's my email and here's my phone number and everything. And then there was a tasting after. And so I paid a lot more attention to how they introduced things and the pacing and that kind of stuff, so that I could put that in, because one of my heroines in it works in the tasting room of the family's vineyard. So anyway, so sometimes the research can be fun. It's not just burying your nose in a book.
I love it so much. Oh my gosh, that's so cool. And I love that you refer to your husband as Mr. Aston.
Yes. Once again, that's a privacy thing. So
gotcha,
I have daughter and son-in-law. I have sunshine and buddy, and then I have my Mr. Aston.
I see. Gotcha. That's so cute, though. I love it. I love it. Okay. Abby Jean asked this question a while ago. I think it's a great one. How long does it usually take you to write a book? Curious, since you're so prolific.
I'm probably at about 4 weeks right now. And I really, what helps, let me say this, I just don't sit down and just start writing, and every author, their process is different. I had a friend who showed me her 40-page single-spaced outline of the entire book. And I was just like, okay, first of all, this font is so small, I can't even see. 40 pages, single-spaced. The book was written, and I was almost like, where's the magic in that? I go in and I want to hit a couple of points, but I want my characters to take me on the adventure. I sit down and it's like, okay, I want a scene to take place here and do this. And then I just sit back and let the magic happen. I just kind of do the typing and I run the movie in my head and everything. But I do pre-plan. I always come up first with my characters' names. And especially in my series, that kind of a rule of thumb in romance for authors is don't have characters whose names start with the same letter. So you don't want to have a trilogy with Joe and Jack and Jim as your heroes, because the readers confuse that. So in a 5-book series, or like we talked about Hearts and Hawthorne, or the 10-book Captivating Kisses, every man has a different letter starting his first name. And then I try to do the same thing with the woman. It's also a harsh thing. You want your men to be, Braden and Jax and that kind of thing. And you want the women to be softer, Ivy, Emerson, that kind of thing. So I work on names to begin with. And then I come up with physical descriptions of the people. And then I come up with character traits. Are they loyal? Are they honest to a fault? Are they egotistical? Or that? And then I do a little bit of backstory to kind of match, because, you kind of want them to balance out, or you want to have some conflict. One feels very strongly about this. One is very opposed to the same thing. And that's going to, bring some conflict in the book. And then once I have all these characters, I kind of look at an overall theme, like the winery, 5 books set around the winery. Captivating Kisses, the title drove every plot. Book 1 was an unexpected kiss. This guy didn't expect to kiss the girl. She didn't expect him to kiss her. And because of that kiss, it kind of drove things. Another one is an impulsive kiss. And a hero impulsively kisses the heroine and gets caught at it, and it's Regency time, so it's going to be a forced convenient marriage of convenience kind of thing. An urgent kiss, that was another. So all of the title kind of helped me decide where it was going. So I do all this kind of pre-planning, and that usually takes me about 2 days to sit down and figure out characters and backgrounds and the theme, and then especially Regencies, I kind of look at the time frame, because the Napoleonic Wars were so big during this time. And so I need to see what battles were happening when. And I even, as I write, I have a timeline. This is 1810 March, this happens. 1810 April, this happens. Because different stories sometimes, this one's happening and then book 2 overlaps a little bit. So I kind of always consult, my timeline about things like that. And so I feel confident as I get all of that down, and then I can start writing. My biggest secret, I walk every morning about 4 miles. I pull out my iPhone and I dictate a chapter as I'm walking. I'm getting my exercise. Movement spurs creativity. By the time I get home, I usually have a full chapter. So I can jump in the shower, grab something to drink, and then I transcribe it and kind of tweak it as I go, and so by 9 or 10 o'clock, I already have 1 chapter. And that has really helped me to be more productive.
I love it. I love it. Oh my gosh. That's brilliant. That's so brilliant. Speaking of history, this is really neat. I think you'll probably find this very fascinating. Rachel's saying she, oh wait, did I miss something? The Wild West and Victorian England were in the same era. Fascinating. And the American Civil War and the samurai existing at the same time.
Yes. Yes. It just kind of blows your mind.
I know. Truly. That's really neat, Rachel. Thank you for sharing that tonight. That's so cool. Yeah. Pyramids and woolly mammoths. I tell you. Well, Alexa, it's a shame we weren't able to get any words out of you this evening. This has been so fun. I always have a good time in interviews, but I'm telling you, I've had an absolute blast this evening. And we've already gone almost an hour, and I could easily do many more, but I know we have to do some other like housekeeping things for our own book club. Sure. So, but before we let you go, what else do we want to cover? I want to make sure this is the most fruitful experience for you possible. What did you want to bring up and tell us that you haven't had a chance to do yet?
Oh my gosh, I've just blabbed on, and I've said a lot.
I just want to make sure. I don't mean to put you on the spot. No, I don't want you to be like, oh, I didn't get to talk about.
No, I really, you covered the bases, or I covered the bases, or like I said, we commingled the bases. Just keep doing what you're doing. Just keep this vibrant community going. Keep supporting romance authors. You are giving readers a voice. You're giving writers a voice, and it's an outlet that I think is just lovely.
Yeah. Oh, we just love it. We love it. We have a good time. Megan says, wow, you really do research. Looking at what happened during each month. Yes, truly. It's been so fun to meet you and listen to you. Excited to read The Bridge of Love tonight. I know, tonight. Thanks, B, for bringing it to our attention. I could not help myself. Okay. Okay. Sorry. Okay, Daddy's helping with bedtime, and someone's taking advantage and trying to get me to help him with his iPad. Nicole says, that is an amazing writing tip. My daughter wants me to write her very own version of Snow White. I've been so scared to get started, so you inspired a writer tonight too. You are magic, Alexa. Oh, Nicole.
That rocks. That is a wonderful compliment.
Isn't she sweet? I just love her. Mary says, thank you, Alexa. This was so much fun and interesting, truly. Thank you for coming. Yeah,
well,
such a
I
pleasure.
just appreciate the opportunity. It's just so much fun to talk books, and especially with people who are fans of romance, who really get it. You know, I mean, some people, yeah, I read that romance or something, but people who are here in this community, they read romance. You know, yeah,
we get it. We get it.
Mhm.
Yeah.
And it sounds like, I'm just thinking again, like making sure this is as fruitful as possible. We have all of your links in my description box. And again, like pretty much everything that you can think of, she is there already. And her website's so much fun. Highly recommend it. It sounds like there's going to be recipes there before we know it, which will be super fun. And then you mentioned multiple cons. I believe you said that you're going to.
Yes, I'm doing, like I said, April is an LA Book Fest. May is the Vegas Book Lovers Con. And then I'm going in July to London. I'm going to be at Rare London.
Wow.
Mr. Aston and I are using this as an excuse. We're going to do Rare for Friday and Saturday. And one of those days is July 4th. So how weird is that going to be in London on July 4th? And then the next day, we just can do whatever we want in London. And then Monday, we get on a ship and we're taking an ocean voyage. We're going all the way around London. We'll stop in Dover, come back around to Cornwall. And then we do, Belfast, Liverpool, the Isle of Man, Edinburgh, and we wind up in Bergen. So I'm really looking forward to that. I hope I get some great ideas on this trip.
I was literally just going to say, I was like, she's going to come off that ship and she's going to have so many ideas. I can't wait. Oh my gosh. So fun. Well, thank you again so much for joining us. You've just made our evening and my weekend, quite frankly.
Yeah.
And we're going to be reading all your stuff, and hopefully we could have you back at some point, and talk more. We'd love it.
Anytime. I just appreciate, having the platform and getting to meet, some avid readers. It's just great.
Yes. And that we are.
Well, good night, everybody. It was so much fun. And my stomach didn't growl. I'm so proud.
Go enjoy some delicious dinner. Thank you so much again. Take care.
Bye-bye.
Bye. Oh my gosh, so fun. Oh my gosh, I love her so much. Oh man, guys, wasn't that the best?
Fun and interesting. Like, I just love hearing from different people.
Yes,
like authors. It's just that everything is like you learn something new every time.
I know, truly. She's incredible, and so easy to talk to. I didn't even use my tabs. I think we hit literally everything. I was like, this is amazing. She is a blast, Cheryl. Truly.
Yeah.
Truly. I love it so much. Well, I need to be reading about The Bridge to Love. And Megan too. I'm really excited for our sprints tonight. And and then we're going to come back and we are going to, what are we going to do? We're going to do our pitches.
Right?
Well, I don't know what we'll do next. No, I do have a plan. I made my slideshow already, and I made a voting the poll. I did it differently. I think you're really gonna like it.
Okay.
You're like scared. You're like, okay.
No, I believe in you, B.
Well, you know what I did? I'm using a Google form this time. Because
that is probably so much easier, and I think Google Forms, right?
Yes, Google Forms.
I know. Why didn't we think of this sooner?
I don't know.
We literally had a Google Doc.
I know. I know. And it's because we did the Google forms for my best book boyfriend bracket, which I couldn't do live. So I was like, well, I can't do the poll everywhere. And then we ended up doing the Google forms live for the last one. And I was like, we were all saying, we're like, this is so much better. I was like, I'm doing this tonight then.
Yeah.
So, and it's already made. So, except I can't to help my children go to bed. But then I'm going to read. I'm finishing that book tonight. I am excited.
I'm so torn on whether or not I'm listening to this on audio.
Oh, nice. Oh, yeah. Tell us.
Raven by Beverly Jenkins.
Yeah.
Which I'm enjoying so far.
Yay.
They have to like go undercover. So it's after the Civil War where there's obviously tension, like racial tension. But anyways, so like they have to go undercover in a house in the South where things are happening. But it's so fun so far. And they already got like this chemistry.
I love it.
I don't know. I'm like, what should I do? Also, this was on the Discord, Violet Cat on the Discord.
Yes.
It's one of my 12 books, for 12 friends or 12 recs by 12 friends.
Yes.
So I definitely want to get to that one.
Yes.
But now I really want to read Alexa Aston's book, novella. And I was like, well, maybe I could really do both because I could listen for some and then read.
I thought you were going to say I could listen to one while I read another. I'm like, wait, what?
Listen, I'm not that good.
That would be really impressive.
Can you imagine?
I know. Who does that? You know who probably does that? Christy, if Christy reads a lot. If anybody does that, she's amazing.
Yeah.
Anyway.
I was thinking maybe Terry. I'm just kidding.
Terry
can read.
Terry, who's admonishing me here. We have to vote tonight, B. And she's not at all surprised. She would like be totally forgot what we were doing. Nicole says, oh yeah, please, by the way, tell us what you're reading tonight. Nicole says, I'm starting Up All Night with a Good Duke.
Awesome.
Yes. I have it here. I'm not reading it yet, but I have it.
Yeah. Mine is a 2-week wait from my library.
No.
So I'm trying to hold out before I purchase it on Audible, but if it doesn't, I'm definitely, I'm going to have to get it on Audible.
Okay. Good to know. Good to know. Because it's not on Hoopla?
I don't have Hoopla. I don't think, no.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Is Hoopla, do you have to pay for it?
No. Well, no, you have to get it through your library.
Oh, no,
But if your state has reciprocity, like if counties have, like my Hoopla is not from my county. It's from a neighboring county. And my county and that other county.
Interesting. Swap. See, I don't know because my Libby is through the military. So it's MWR based.
Oh.
You know what I mean? Yeah. So it's big. But I'm like, I don't know that I can do that.
Now I want to find out.
I'm curious. Maybe if I go to our library on post, I can figure out if
it would be really cool if they did like reciprocity with. There's one library in like LA or something that everybody wants to use as their library because it's got like the best Hoopla or something like that ever. And okay, that would be neat to find out. I'm gonna look, or at some point, I don't know when, because I really want to read. I'm really gonna try, but I also have to put my children to bed. But anyway, okay, sorry, Nicole. I totally only read part of what you said. She purchased the paperback of The Bridge to Love.
Oh my goodness, it is a pretty cover.
I know, right? When she was asking me, she's like, "What made you pick that?" And I was like, "Oh, I hope I pass this test." I
was like, "It was in her teacher voice."
She totally did, didn't she? I was like, "Oh, I'm in trouble now." I thought it was pretty. No, I read the summary, and that's what Anyway, sorry, Nicole, I just interrupted you a second time, essentially. So I've done. I've been looking for Gothic vibe historical, so I'm eager to see what you think, B and Megan. Yes, we will tell you. Terry says, I have read Alexa in one of the anthologies, and I like to read from time to time. And she's one of the authors. I wanted to go back and read a full novel. Perfect, Terry. Tara, it's a short novella. You could totally read some with us.
Okay.
There you go, Tara. You're getting encouraged. Megan's doing the thing she does best, encouraging.
I'm currently like trying to open for my son. Sorry, guys. I'm like,
what are you opening?
It's literally a little. He wanted to try some gelato.
Is it a Talenti? It's Talenti. Ooh. For your son, sure, Tara.
No, I mean I have ice cream, but it's not Talenti tonight.
Oh man,
I needed something stronger. Some Haagen-Dazs.
Oh my gosh, you're so funny. Nicole said, I decided to splurge because spring break. That's right. She started spring break today. I bet Nicole, many of us are probably like the tea. Oh, yeah, you got a while. But you just had that nice Mardi Gras break.
I did. That's true.
Abby Jean says it's an instant borrow on Hoopla. R.I.P. Tara. I'm so sorry. I'm reading Up All Night with a Good Duke, 150 pages in. Okay, Mary, what are you thinking? We need to know.
Yeah, let us know.
Let us know. Abby Jean, you can also have multiple cards on Libby if you get a card at your public library.
Interesting.
That's true. I've done that too.
I run into issues because let me do my spiel, guys. So as you guys know, I'm a military spouse. So I'm a resident of a different state. So sometimes I struggle to get a library card in the state I am in, which is why I use the MWR one. So yeah, it's because I'm technically not a resident of this county because I live on a post. It's a whole thing.
It's a whole thing, isn't it? Are like where you're a resident legally? Can you get a library card there, like virtually?
I'm ready to check because I'm a resident of Texas.
Oh,
yeah.
Oh, maybe we can have Alexa Aston get you a card.
Yeah, just go down and get me. I don't know. It's the whole thing that I have to like maneuver through. That I'm like,
whew. And every county's different too, because there's been one county where I could get a library card, no problem, even though they knew that I wasn't a legal resident of that state and they were fine with it. But then another one, yet they were like, sure, that's fine for 30 days. But then you got to come to the library yourself. And I was like, well, that's not going to happen. It's a 30-minute drive. I'm not doing that. No. Anyway.
Yeah. So I have to we have a library on post that I utilize, but that's also the MWR library that has the Libby. And then you can go off post, which is into town or whatever the town that surrounds the installation. And like
the installation. It's very, very mechanical. Okay.
Anyways.
Sorry.
You guys did not need to know my military wife problems. Military wife reader problems.
Oh my gosh. MWR, but then your military wife reader problems, MWRP.
WRP instead of ERP.
I tell you. Cheryl says that she's also starting spring break right now. Yay, Cheryl.
So jealous of all these people, but yay.
Like, I'm kind of saying yay. Mary says it's been good. It's been on her shelf for 3 years. Tackle that TBR there.
There you go, Mary.
Glad to finally be reading it. Yes. That's awesome. Hooray, Mary. That always feels good. And I was excited because, and I'm sure I shared this already, but I'm sharing it again. I got this. I initially bought it on Amazon for like $8 or something like that. And I was like, oh, that's not bad. So, because I really wanted to get it, especially when I saw this cover. I mean, with the library background. I mean, are you kidding? I was so excited. But anyway, then when I went to the used bookstore the other day, they had it for 99 cents. I was like, bam, perfect. Wow. So I actually returned the Amazon one. And I even was honest. I was like, I wanted to use bookstore for $1. So may I give this back?
Man, I miss used bookstores.
You gotta come back. We'll do it. It'll be great. Okay, let's see here. I don't know. We've been doing this for an hour and 14 minutes, and I have not stopped talking. And God bless the people who are with me this morning too, and also heard me talk for like an hour, like 2.5 hours this morning.
It's so
You guys
fun,
get
though.
bored.
You just make it so fun.
It is so fun, though. Everybody's so fun. I wish you'd been. Well, no, you weren't here this morning. We did get to see you on Tuesday. That was really fun. But yeah, Carrie from Booked for Romance was here this morning. She's a hoot and a half. I just adore her.
I don't know that I know her. I'm gonna have to watch. I'll watch.
You would love her. You would love her, right, guys? She's a doll. She's so great. She went to a Polycon last year. She lives in San Diego. And she went to a Polycon last year, and we spent like a whole weekend together. And oh my gosh, I just adore her. I adore her so much. I know. Neither of us got tickets this year. I was really hoping because she's so fun to hang out with.
Yeah, I put myself on the wait list, but I did not get in either.
Same here. Yeah. Megan says, I forgot I already owned Up All Night with a Good Duke. So it was a nice surprise when it was our book pick.
Right?
Did you see in the Tea and Biscuits Discord, we were talking about something like that where I can't remember who was it? Was it Nicole or Abby Jean or Megan? Deborah definitely said that there's been a time where she was going to put a book away, realized she already owned that book, so was going to put it in the pile of books to discard because she already owned them. And there was another of that same book in the discard pile. So
Oh my goodness.
Oh my. Anyway, sorry. Okay. So who would like to finally read? People have probably already just started reading.
Look at Deborah's comment.
Wait, what? Oh, sorry. Sorry, Deborah. It was so cute. We've all been there, Deborah. We've all been there.
Definitely. I try and keep a list.
Yes.
Sometimes some slip through, though.
Look at the same thing. This is why I have a spreadsheet. It's nearly foolproof. And I do the same thing. And I have definitely had doubles for sure. That's why I use an app so I don't buy duplicates. There you go. Okie dokie. I know you're shocked, a really fun holiday themed classroom. Whatchamacallit? I cannot think. Words are hard.
Did you see Rachel's comment? Sorry.
Wait, what comment? Wait,
look at Rachel's comment.
What are you saying? Do you keep a list? Do you check it twice? Rachel, you always crack me up. The word is nearly soft.
That's true.
Oh my gosh, I love it. You guys are just the best. I could hang out all day, every day with all you guys. Seriously. Words are hard. Rachel. Oh, and I was probably overselling it. So great. I have to check it 3 times.
I love that, Deborah. Oh my goodness. God. You guys are so funny.
Oh, I do check it twice because I'm usually naughty, not nice. Ooh,
oh my
Shannon always throws out those little zingers when you're like, whoa, Shannon, spicy. She's spicy today. I love it. Okay, we're going to go to the 4-leaf clover fields. Oh, for Pete's sake, there's an ad again. These ads, they'll get you. Okay, there we go. We're done. I'm moving this away. We're going to see, I don't know if this is a, how long do we want to do it? How long do we want? Meticulously naughty. I love it so much. You crack me up. I know.
Same, Megan.
I know. Truly. How long do we want to sprint?
I mean, I usually go for 30, but if you want to do more, 30 is usually a good time for me.
I'm seeing 30. Terry said it, so I think we're all supposed to agree.
We got to listen to Terry.
We have to listen to Terry. We do.
She needs us. We would be lost without her.
I was going to say, if she needs us, we need her. We live to serve, Megan. Okay, let's do 30. 30 it is. Okay, guys, we're going to try this, okay? Just indulge me, would you? You're about to see it. You're about to see it. Oh, wait, that's not it. For Pete's sake, if I could just... This someday, it's just.
You said for Pete's sake, and in my brain popped, heavens to Betsy.
My sister used to mess with me because I didn't have very interesting language even as a teen, and she'd be like, "Oh, pickle shoes," when I would say something. I was like, all right, settle down. Okay, here we are. Bear with me. This is what we're doing.
Are they growing a plant?
They are. They're growing a 4-leaf clover.
Well, okay.
And they're the most handsome leprechauns you ever did see.
Well, I'm definitely going one with the twirly mustache. How could I not?
How could you not?
The other one over here might look like a ghost on the right. He's a little blue.
Abby Jean's with you. She wants one.
Yeah, go ahead.
I am fancy. I am. I'm very fancy. That's what they all say. Purple watering can. Love it.
Like Applebee's.
Or I pick blue guy. Yeah, I mean, oh, they're even blinking. Look how happy they are. But then
they're so excited to grow their plant.
What?
They're so excited to grow their plant. They're clover.
They're clover. They're 4-leaf clover.
They need the
I tell you what, I think we need a hero in one of these romance books who has a mustache like that. Like
100%. He needs to twirl it. And like be talking to her like this.
It would be a dark romance with a mustache like that. Because he'd be morally gray. No, that's a morally gray leprechaun right there. That's what that is. Oh, Terry's calling it a musketeer mustache.
And he's my pick.
And he's your pick. I love it. Mary and I are both doing 3. I'm doing 3 also, Mary. I need the star hat. The day it took us 15 minutes to start a sprint.
Oh my goodness, they can't put us together.
I know. I know. This is peppermint tea, by the way. I'm just saying. I don't want to. Just saying. Nicole, oh, that would be so fun to label the race elements by tropes, right? When he spends the rent money on mustache wax.
Golly, it just got dark. Now there's no groceries. No, just kidding.
But he looks amazing. All right. Okay. I'm really starting now, guys. I know. It's peppermint something. It's peppermint tea suck. Oh my gosh. I love it. Okay. We're doing this. I'm going to mute so that I can't talk anymore. Okay. Sorry. I'm muting.
B.
Oh my gosh, I'm so sorry. It didn't make a noise, did it?
It didn't. It didn't.
Sorry. Oh, that's special. Yeah, we won. Oh, thank you, Mary. I'm so sorry, guys. Terry's like, I'm sorry. I didn't hear anything. There was.
I didn't either. I just happened to look up.
I
And
love
then
that you
for some
privately
reason, I
messaged
was
me.
like looking at you and then thinking like I couldn't communicate with you. The brain is hard. And then I was like, Tara, unmute. I said,
Sorry, guys.
too.
Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. I'm so sorry. Yeah, I totally
guys.
I forgot to look at the time. It's good. It is. It's very interesting. Did you read it too?
I am. What page? Let me see what page I got.
Move this away. Sorry.
I got page 21. Yeah.
Okay.
So into chapter 1.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I'm on mine, and I want to ask Megan too. I'm at 40%. So
I'm only at 28%.
Okay. Yeah. It's very interesting. And because it's a novella, she has to kind of go quickly. But see, this is, by the way, guys, and oh, Megan says she's on page 21 also. Oh, how funny.
Oh, yay.
I love it. I love it. Riveting
Yes.
prose. I know. We've got the original couple in the medieval times on the bridge. Oh, I can't wait to see what's going to happen. I don't want to give it away for anybody that wants to read it, but yeah, now we're with the modern day couple of the Regency period. Oh, Unromance. What did you think? I need to know because I have that book. I got it from Forever and I just haven't had time to read it, but it looks really good. So please tell us, Shannon, what did you think? I got to a big old page 12 on it. I love it. I read nothing. Toddlers got into the bath and into bed. There you go. I went upstairs and all my kids were asleep already. They were exhausted.
Wow.
My little one fell asleep on the couch. It's been a long week. So I was like, well, that makes life easy. So yeah, my husband just carried her up to bed. So anywho, yeah. So what some fun. Did you only read the novel?
Yeah. Yeah.
Very cool.
I'm excited. I know I put off my other one, but the novella just seems so intriguing.
Right? And knowing that you can finish it rather quickly is fun too,
Yes.
So yeah, I have to start a new arc tomorrow, but I was like, I have tonight off from arc, so I want to read it. Oh, Shannon says, I really liked it on Romance. The MMC is a cinnamon roll. Oh, I adore, and I love the banter. Oh, fun.
Oh my goodness. Fun. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Can you see me?
Yes.
I'm okay. My computer, something's happening to it.
Oh no. You guys can all see Tara, right? And hear Tara. Cheryl says, I'm at 60% of Beg, Borrow, or Steal. It's so much fun. I love that book. Oh, I'm so glad you're enjoying it, Cheryl. Are you still, how's it going over there, Tara?
Not great.
Oh, no. Yup. Yes, we can. Yep. I love her saying yup. Yup. Yep.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
Tara who, says Deborah.
Right?
Yeah, everybody can see and hear you. That's
okay.
Good. I was gonna say, why don't we pitch, but I don't know if you're gonna this may not be the best time. What do you want to do?
I don't know, because my computer literally is potentially dying right now on me.
Oh no. Like
I literally can't see anything. It's just a screen going like back and forth.
Oh no, I'm so sorry.
I know. I'm like, what is happening?
Is it? Oh no. Well, goodness.
I don't even like. I can't even come back and come back in. I would have to turn off the entire computer and restart it.
Well, how about this? Do you wanna like you could restart? Do you want to restart your computer
Let
and
me
then
restart my computer and see what happens.
we will wait on you? Yeah.
Oh, thank you guys.
Okay, well, let's just do this. Who wants to do a couple more minutes of sprinting while Tara reboots? I'm ready to read some more.
Thanks, guys. All right, I'm gonna try and reboot.
And just yell my name again.
I will.
Okay, we're just gonna read. We're just gonna read. You won't miss anything. Okay. I love it. Okay, she's rebooting. I'm just gonna read a little bit more. So yeah. Maybe I'll take this off because obviously this is frozen anyway. I'll remove it. Why is this so big? I don't know. I hear a boop. Okay. All right. Maybe I'll mute myself because I don't know. I feel weird right now. I know. I am. It's fascinating. I just want to see what happens. There's a lot going on with her dad, though, that I was not anticipating. So, and yeah, Megan's going to do it. Yes, I'm still here. I have not left. I was going to read. Maybe we could. Well, no, I probably should read because I don't want her to miss anything. I was going to ask how everybody's like what your weekend plans are, but you're probably, oh, you went to eat dinner. Oh, good. Good. Because I know you're like 3 hours ahead of me. It's like 6 o'clock because you're in California. I love it. Okay. Hopefully Tara will be back soon and everything's going to be working. Oh, golly. We'll find out. Okay. Terry's like, I didn't read. Maybe you could read now. Oh my goodness. Okay. Yeah, I'm just gonna read. I don't know why I keep telling you. I'm just gonna tell you that I'm gonna read over and over again rather than actually doing it. I'm gonna mute too because I just am. Okay, I just am. You pinned your next seam on the pirate shirt? Terry, can we get pictures on Discord? That would be super cool. The spring break snacks have started. I'm indulging in cake batter peanut butter with buttercream frosting and sprinkles. Yum. That sounds delicious, Nicole. I'm hand sewing it. Oh my gosh. Are there pictures? I feel like you've taken pictures of some of your stuff for us before. Oh my gosh, that's so cool. Okay, let me put this down for a second. If we're talking. What are we doing? Yeah, pics, Terry. We need them. She's halfway there. So cool. Oh my gosh, a pirate shirt. How fun. Oh, I know what you meant. I didn't even notice the eye. I did not even notice the eye. Yeah, we need to see it. We need to see it. Oh, how fun. Okay, I'm looking, by the way. I'm gonna see the moment that Tara comes back. You know what I should probably do too? I'm gonna hop into Instagram and see if she messages me there. Because that way I'll know if there's a problem. Do. Okay. No, she's not back yet. I have so much respect for people who can hand sew. Oh, I know. I want to be you when I grow up, Terry. I love it. Meant so much. Oh, yeah. Oh, I have no. Nicole, I even missed that. I have no respect for people that can. When Tara comes back and be like, there was a brawl. Nicole and Terry got into it. It was crazy. It was like Real Housewives. Oh dear. That is absolutely something that I would do if that makes you feel better, Nicole. Terry goes, it's my first project and probably the last. That's great. Spring break mush brain, y'all. I love it. The next one will be machine sewed. Yes. That sounds good. So I'm assuming you have a sewing machine. That's really cool. That's something I would always like to do. I want to take a class. I would love to learn to sew. I think that would be fun. So, yeah. Okay. Actually, this is probably the perfect time to tell a story that will make Nicole feel better. Shannon says, I need to know which of you, one of you flips a table if we're going to do Real Housewives. Okay. I love it. Let me tell you a story about the time in high school when I was almost beaten up by the softball team. It began well, now because of that, one of my favorite phrases that my father told me at the time is, never miss the opportunity to keep your mouth shut. Because I opened my big old mouth and I shouldn't have. But I'm going to tell you that story. Yes, I took some beginner sewing classes and I got a sewing machine for Christmas. So fun. That is fun. I love it. Oh, I missed it. I'll flip the table. Hubby's Italian, so it's in me somewhere. I love it. That's great. My library has a crochet group and I want to go so that they can teach me how to make stuffed animals. Yes, I see those kits everywhere. I would love to do that. That sounds so super fun. I love it. And I crocheted. All right, now let's talk about this anyway. Knitting, crocheting, cross stitch. I got to meet up with Jen of the Book Refuge yesterday and talk to her at length about being a full-time booktuber and life and all that. And she was doing cross stitch while I was talking to her. It was so fun. And that's something I would love to do. I've crocheted once in my life. Oh, it's Tara. Okay. There you are. How's it going?
Good.
Yay!
Can you hear me? Are we good?
Yeah. Well, we could see you before, but can you see and hear us?
I can see and hear you guys. It was crazy. It was like, do you know the bottom bar of your computer? It was literally just multiple lines of that going back and forth across my screen.
Oh no.
Yeah.
Oh no.
I was like, nope. And the husband is the tech guy, and he's not here.
Oh my heavens, of course, right? Oh, I'm so sorry.
It's
If
okay.
Megan goes, yay, Tara.
Restarted because that fixes everything.
It does. It absolutely does. It does. Mary says we were just talking about different crafts and things because Terry said she's working on a pirate shirt. She's hand sewing it.
Oh,
So cool.
wow.
So yeah, Mary just said I learned to crochet on YouTube during COVID. I love that.
Wow.
Shannon says my grandmother used to use the phrase that it's better to keep your mouth shut and risk looking a fool than to open your mouth and remove all doubt. Yes, I love that. That is from another thread of conversation that Kristen goes, let me tell you a story. It was a cold, dark day. The entire team, what did you do? It was the entire team. I'm going to tell this story and then we're going to pitch because I already started telling it.
Okay.
Nicole goes, I can knit. I cannot crochet. That hook is my nemesis. I adore cross stitch. I want to do cross stitch. I
haven't done either of those.
I've crocheted. I made a scarf, but it looks more like a DNA strand and not on purpose. Like it's not. It's just like it's not good. But I still have it, and I've had it for like 20 years. So anyway, yeah, sewing not for me. Always so frustrating. Brings back 4-H memories. I do not like to crochet. Too funny. Okay. All right, here's my story of how you missed this part, Tara. This is my story of how I almost got beaten up by the entire softball team, which happened in high school. Yes, this literally happened. Yes. Okay. So I know. I never know where to start with this story. Okay. So I had a best friend who was on the softball team. Mm-hmm. And she was telling me a story of one of her girls that was on the team was having trouble because she pulled her hamstring. And when they asked how she pulled her hamstring, because a lot of people thought she did it on the softball team, she actually pulled her hamstring after a dance with her boyfriend in the backseat of her car. Okay, now you may be wondering, what does this have to do with me? And how did this, what is going on? Okay, let me explain.
Where is this going?
Where is this going? So I found that to be quite scandalous. And I hadn't heard many. I was pretty sheltered. I know you guys are shocked.
You clutched those pearls.
I did clutch those pearls. So I was like, someone who knows. It wasn't even, I didn't even know her. I'm like, someone I knows someone who was, I was like, what's happening? Anyway, But I was just like, wow, that's crazy. So then not long after that, like maybe a day or two, because I don't know, I was at my mother's work, and it was after school, and I was just hanging out there waiting to go home with her. I was probably like 17, by the way. Anyway, my mother's coworker was telling kind of off-color jokes, which I don't know why she did that. I guess because I was 17, maybe she thought it was fine, but I didn't know any off-color jokes because, again, here I am being myself. Good old sheltered bee. But so she tells a couple jokes, and I'm like, gosh, I don't have anything to add to this conversation. Oh, wait, I know. I could tell this story. This is kind of interesting. Here's what I forgot. Coworker's son was dating one of the gals on the softball team who had recently pulled her hamstring. Kristen's got it. Yes.
Oh, no.
No, I did not tell my mom. No, I told my mom's coworker. Oh, I told his mom. Yes, I did.
Yeah.
Yes, I did.
No,
What were the chances? What
are the odds?
I know. Yes, I did. Yes, I did. So, right, and I realized, like, I could see it happening on her face, that the gears were turning. And it wasn't until after I was finished telling it that I was like, oh no.
You're like, just kidding. Just kidding.
Just totally made that up. I made it up out of nowhere. So yeah, she goes home and her son is there with the girlfriend in the house. I'm sure they were innocent or whatever, because hamstring injury. I don't know. But she lit into them and was like, I knew what you did. Da, 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 da. And yeah, so and then they were very unhappy with me. And the softball team was very, very unhappy with me. And my friend Carrie literally had to like convince them not to beat me up. So,
go, Carrie. She saved you.
Yeah, right? She did. And that's when my father said, never miss the opportunity to keep your mouth shut. Which I have abided by mostly. I mean, I talk way too much, but still, I'm like, would this get me in trouble? Would someone maybe not like for me to say this at some point? Yeah, she outed. Yes, that was on Saved by the Bell yesterday. It wasn't who I said. I promise this happened to me. I swear this is not a Saved by the Bell thing. I promise. The mom should never added you. I know. She was just so mad. She was so furious. It was terrible. It was terrible. Yeah. It was really bad. I was just like, wow. So anyway, I don't remember why. Oh, I know. Because Nicole was joking. There was a typo. You'll love this, Tara. Nicole accidentally typed something to the effect of, I have no respect for people that hand sew. But she meant to say, I have so much respect for people that hand sew.
Oh, no.
So that was me trying to make Nicole feel better by telling her my terrible story.
Oh my goodness.
Terrible. I know. Okay. Now that I've run everybody off, which is no, I haven't, I promise. Would you like to pitch?
Yeah.
Let's do it. Already, you ask? But we're only 2 hours.
You'd never ask.
Oh my goodness. Okay.
Oh, God.
All right, my dear. Would you like to start?
Sure. Which I have not that one first. Okay.
Okay. Do you want me to do the other one?
No.
I can do the other one.
Because I have this one in person.
Oh, you do? Oh, look. Yeah. And see, as you can see what I learned to do today, solo layout. Bam. Stop it. That is gorgeous.
Right?
I need that in my life ASAP. ASAP. What? I don't have that, do I? I don't think I have that. Where is she? Wait, Loretta Chase. I don't think I have that one. It's so beautiful. I need it.
Okay. And look at the cover. Her face is just She just looks so like delicate and beautiful. I don't know.
Totally love it. Oh, by the way, Terry, you got to see this. Okay. When you said we're gonna pitch, Nicole goes, "We're ready to catch," like a softball. You guys are giving me stress and reminding me of my old high school days. Oh, Mom, if you didn't think your innocent baby boy was already doing this, I have some news for you. That's great. I know. I love the dress and that back, Cheryl. Yes. Yes. I know. So funny. This was the first historical romance book you ever read. I do believe Terry recommended this one, by the way.
Yes, she did. And I guess, pitch it. I guess.
Deborah goes, I'm not sliding.
You don't want to pull a hammy. Just kidding.
Oh my gosh, I love it so much.
Oh,
okay.
Good.
All right. Yes.
We're doing this.
We're doing it. We're really doing it.
The first one in the Dressmaker series. And then it says, maybe. The allure of the perfect gown should be twofold. Ladies who would die to wear it and gentlemen who would kill to remove it.
Ooh.
Brilliant and ambitious dressmaker Marceline Nero. Marceline, yeah, okay. We're going with it. Yeah. Is London's rising star, and who better to benefit from her talent than the worst dressed lady in the ton, the Duke of Clevedon's intended bride. Winning the future Duchess's patronage means prestige and fortune for Marceline. I don't know. And her sisters.
Nothing. No, Terry was saying that you had done it right.
Oh, yay.
Yeah.
Okay. To get the lady, though, Marceline must win over Clevedon, whose standards are as high as his morals are not. The prize seems well worth the risk, but this time Marceline's met her match. Clevedon can design a seduction as irresistible as her dresses, and what begins as a flicker of desire between two of the most passionately stubborn charmers in London soon ignites into a delicious inferno and a blazing scandal. And now both their futures hang by an exquisite thread of silk.
Ooh, oh, I love it.
It sounds so good, right?
Yes. She says Marceline.
Marceline. Okay.
Marceline.
Okay, because I was saying the C as an H or a CH. So Marceline.
Yeah. Oh, look, Kristen's like, ooh.
Right? It sounds so good.
A lot of death around this dress. And I love this too. This Shannon going on with the softball thing. Me neither, Deborah. I'll never get the grass stains out. And we'll probably sprain something. Waggles eyebrows. I love it. So yes, book 1, The Dressmakers. This is 389 pages, by the way. 11 hours and 23 minutes long. You can get it for free in these places. And I forgot to put whether it was audio or ebook, but it's kind of a mixed bag. So
well, there we go.
There we go. That's the first one, ladies and gentlemen. Yeah. Looking at the next one. Oh, did you see this one?
I've read this and I love it.
I read the summary for this. And I was like, I need to read this.
It's one of my faves. I've read 2 Anna Harringtons, and this one is my favorite. I need to read more.
Yes. Okay. I've never read Anna Harrington. So I'm excited. And this one was recommended by the fabulous Cheryl. So let's see.
Go, Cheryl.
I know. Go, Cheryl. Go, Cheryl. Go. All right. If the Duke demands, I could have typed this in.
Oh, Abby Jean, you're correct. It is one. She said that is one on Tara's 12 Rex.
Oh, it is?
Yes, I love this one.
Oh, Cheryl loves it too. Okay, see, but if everybody's already read it, then maybe not. I don't know. But I'm putting it in. I'm putting it in. Okay, everybody. A lesson in seduction. Miranda Hodgkins has only ever wanted one thing: to marry Robert Carlyle, and she simply can't wait a moment longer. During the Carlyle family masquerade ball, Miranda boldly sneaks into his bedchamber with seduction on her mind. Masquerade ball, sneaking into bedchamber, seduction on mind. Come on.
So good.
Say less. Soon she swept into rock hard abs for the most breathtaking kiss of her life. But when the masks come off, she's horrified to find herself face to face with Sebastian. I mean, his name is Sebastian. I think that means we have to pick it, right? Just kidding.
The Sebastians are the best. Okay.
I know. The Duke of Trent, Robert's formidable older brother. It's an older brother. Shocked to find Miranda in his bed, Sebastian quickly offers her a deal to avoid scandal. He'll help her win his brother's heart if she'll find him the perfect wife. But what begins as a simple negotiation soon spirals out of control. For the longer this reformed rake tries to make a match for Miranda, the more he wants to keep her all for himself. Oh yeah, I love it.
So good.
I love it. Oh my gosh, I'm so into it. I'm so into it. I love it. No, not rock hard abs, not that. Anything but that. I know, a masquerade ball. That is what I'm saying. I know the dress, right?
It's so pretty.
I know. Wow, that girl is not shy. That's true.
She was taking it into her own hands. She's like, this boy is taking forever. Little does she know.
I love it. Dun dun dun. Sebastian birthday bash. There we go. Excellent. Okay. Oh wait, I have more information. Okay. My more information is obviously you see it's oh my gosh. Actually, the read it or not read it. Book 1 of Capturing the Carlyles. 368 pages or 10 hours long. You can find it on Everand and Hoopla. So there you have it. Tara?
Oh, and then I just wanted to say, I agree with Megan because she says she loves the trope of trying to find each other matches. And that is also one of my favorite tropes.
Yes.
It's just so fun.
Good catch, Tara. Sorry, Megan. Yes, Megan, have you read My Fake Rake by Evilly? I got to put that down on my TBR.
I haven't, but I did Would I Lie to the Duke by Evilly, which is the second one in that series, and it's so good.
Look what I've got.
Which one?
Damn.
Yeah. I have the whole little series.
It's so helpful to be. Stop it. Wait a minute. Wait just a minute. What's that one on the front? That's the one that I love. That's the one that I love.
Waiting for a Scot Like You.
Yes.
Yeah, for the Ava Lee, and then Would I Lie to the Duke, and then My Fake Rake. I kind of want to do a series read along with this one.
Yes.
Maybe over the summer, I'm thinking. We'll see.
Tara. Yes.
Yeah? Okay.
Yes. I don't have that other one. I only have 2 other Evilies, and they're not the same thing. But yes, I do. And I love this one so much. Oh my gosh. And I love that trope. And I don't know if I've ever read we're both doing it for each other, getting a match for each other. I've read Matchmaker.
Yeah.
But
there's a Lorraine Heath one that's like that. Hold on. Oh my gosh. Now it's going to bug me. But there's a Lorraine Heath that, oh my goodness, that's very similar to that. I haven't read it, but I want to read it because it's that one. Okay. Well, it's not coming to me easily. So.
It's like I feel bad when Alexa Aston.
Lorraine Heath in my library.
See, this is why I finally have my library in alphabetical order. I'm just so thankful. But then, of course, I have a box I need to unhaul that's not in here, which is like, oh my gosh, there's even more. But they're really cool. Anyway, sorry, super random.
Okay.
She hasn't read it. She has not. And Abby would recommend it.
It's a good one.
Dress is my favorite color. Oh, she's talking about Fenna Edgewood. Look at Nicole being on topic.
Good job, Nicole.
Good job, Nicole.
This yellow, like the yellow from the last one and yellow from this one. I love a yellow dress.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know that I look good in yellow, but
I look terrible
it looks on other people.
I wore yellow. People be like, "Are you okay? Do you need to go home?
How are you feeling?" Series read along. Okay, all right,
done. Yes.
Kristen, I likely will not start it till May anyway because that's when my summer starts.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Yes. Done. Let's not forget. Sometimes I feel like we talk about things and then I forget them. Can everyone please remember, or we'll put it in something, we'll write it
Terry
down.
will put it in the Discord for us. You know this.
Terry, help me, Terry.
She's on top of it. Terry's good.
It's so amazing. Yes, Tara. See? Okay, yay. Oh my gosh, I'm so glad you're all still here. Oh, Paige! Paige! Hey! Yes, we're here. We were here just because we were like, we can't leave until Paige gets here. And we have not accomplished a whole lot. There's been a lot of laughing.
Things have happened today. I don't know what has going on.
There was, oh man, Paige, you missed a huge fight between Terry and Nicole. No, I'm just kidding. It was going down. There was a table flipped, despite the fact that we're not actually physically together. But Nicole came back and told us later she flipped a table. She had to tell us. Oh, yeah, we're pitching books. We're halfway through. Yes, thank you, Terry.
She is our Discord queen.
Yes. Hello, Paige. Yes. Just pilked. That's what we did. We pitched Silk for seduction and If the Duke Demands. Thank you, Abby Jean. You guys are amazing. They're making us play baseball. Oh, Paige. Yes, you missed a lot.
It's forced baseball play. Gosh.
You're just like, I gotta go again. I just realized. Bye. No.
It's like, I'm out.
We're so glad you're here. We were so glad you're here. Okay. Sarah's turn.
All right. So I have not tried Fenna Edgewood, but I know, who was it? Oh my goodness, in the Discord. Was it you, B? No, I know you read it. So I heard you read one, and then somebody else though mentioned this one, right?
Oh,
in the Discord.
Yes, we did. I've definitely seen this one in the Discord.
I know it wasn't Terry, which would be a good guess because she's got a lot of good recs. Was it Cheryl? You guys let me know.
Oh, you're talking about Lainey. It was Lainey that recommended this one.
Lainey. Okay,
yes.
Thank you. I don't
I
have
actually wrote all these down. I was like, because sometimes it drives me nuts when I forget. So I just put them all down. Yeah.
You're Lainey. Awesome. Yeah. So Lainey mentioned this one, and because of B, she mentioned Fenna Edgewood. This intrigued me.
I like her a lot. I like what I've read a lot of hers.
I can't wait. And I want to try a new author. Well, we've been trying new authors like crazy. It's been so fun.
I love it.
All right. I promise I'll read the synopsis now.
Oh, please. Come on. Like you're the reason that we haven't done it yet.
This is Miss
Sarah.
Okay. I love it. Hi. Yes, it was me. I've just been listening. Oh, well, yay, Lainey.
Lainey, she's here. I love it. Hello. Hi.
Well, thank you for putting this in because it sounds so good. Recommending it.
Lainey, tell us if you read Fenna Edgewood.
Yeah, we're curious.
Yeah. Okay.
Mistakes not to make when avoiding a rake by Fenna Edgewood. So it says, in the sleepy country village of Bedford, the promise of love can transform the most world-weary rake. And the power of passion can move a proud young woman to repent of even her most stubborn prejudices. A cynical rake. The arrival of Thomas Campbell and his elder brother has the village of Bedford abuzz with excitement. Not only is Thomas tall, dark, and handsome, he is also rumored to be the most notorious rake. Of course he is.
Of course.
Claire Gardner is young, innocent, and completely infuriating. Yet given an opportunity, Thomas can't help teaching the headstrong beauty a lesson in desire. Ooh. A quiet life for a lady. Content with a simple rural life, Claire Gardner has no wish for a season in London, nor is she eager to wed. But after a catastrophic mistake compromises her honor, Claire finds herself ensnared in scandal. Claire is quite certain reformed rakes do not make the best husbands. Little does she know, people.
I love it.
She would rather face shame than lose her freedom to a man she's convinced does not love her. But as rumors swirl regarding her ruined reputation, the condemnation of her neighbors becomes more than she can bear. Tormented by a bitter betrayal, Thomas has steeled himself against ever loving again. but he harbors a secret which leaves him in need of a wife. Will the truth about the other woman in Thomas's life destroy their marriage before it is even begun? Guys! Oh my goodness. And it says sweet with heat, slow burn.
Sweet with heat. Oh, I love that.
Right.
Slow burn. I do love that. How fun. How fun. And I love this. I think it sounds like it's going to be like a country setting. I love a country setting. I love that. How
and then
fun.
Kristen's had another older brother. I didn't even realize that. But yeah.
Oh, yeah. I do love an older brother. Because
I do.
I love it. I have not read anything by her yet, but I'm so in love with this cover. Yeah. The Countess's Christmas Groom. Oh, it's so good. And that's a reverse age gap, actually, I believe. And it's also she is a titled lady and he is the groom. He's like he works in the stables.
Yeah.
But he's like this cinnamony roll. I'm just saying cinnamony over and over again. But you get the idea. He's like ooey gooey, beautiful, wonderful. Oh. I just love it. I just love it so much. Oh, you did? You heard about Fen? Oh, how wonderful. I keep trying to have her on. And she started following me on Instagram. And when I saw that, I was like, oh, she noticed me. Da, 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 da. And then I was like, hey, you want to come talk? And she's just completely ignored me after that. But that's okay. She may not be on very much. I don't know. But I'm going to ask again because, man, would I love to talk to her. Y'all stop recommending so many good books in every month. I can't pick and we aren't done playing ball.
Sorry, Deborah.
We're going to hear about this baseball thing later, I think, for the rest of the night. You had me at sweet heat and slow burn. Yes, Cassandra. I was thinking the same thing. I thought you said meat with heat. And I was like, well, okay.
That's a different book, Cheryl.
Where are my pearls?
I'm just
Where
kidding.
are my pearls? What did you say? What did you say?
He's a butcher. I'm just
What?
Because the meat.
Yes, I got that, Tara.
Okay, I'm taking myself out, guys. I'm out.
She's like, my computer's having problems. I'm stuck. Am I stuck? Oh no. Cheryl. Fenna is also Canadian. Look at that. Go Canadians, go. I love it. Cheryl, I know. So fun. Don't wreck that book. We're not interested in the butcher one now. Okay. That was going to be Tara's next book that she wrote.
Yeah, I haven't. Right? We haven't come up with one in a while.
Yeah, there you go. That's right. It's true. It's this one, by the way, is 316 pages, 9 hours and 4 minutes long. You can get it on these places for free. So there you go. Who put these two in charge? I know. It's about time someone asked that question.
Deborah is asking the real questions here.
Hard hitting. Oh, that's baseball too. I'm telling you, I don't know. Is it just Friday nights? Is that what it is? Like we're just
it must be.
Just don't know.
You know, when we were doing this on Wednesdays and Thursdays, were we?
Okay, you're right. You're right. Okay, you're exactly right. Shannon says, I mean, Cheryl, I'm not opposed to that book.
Shannon.
She's spicy tonight, guys. She's spicy. I love it. I love it. Okay. And now for my final recommendation of two. What is this, Cheryl? What are you saying? This is the start of spring break for some of us after all.
Oh, that's true. Cheryl's ready.
She is ready. She is ready. So I actually also grabbed.
I read this one too.
Oh, did you really? Well, you know what? And this is another Terry recommended one. I saw this, and this I feel like is one of those like required reading for historical romance. I feel like because I wasn't distracted enough. Now I've got balloons and confetti.
And confetti. Just what the doctor ordered.
Just what the doctor ordered. Absolutely. But no, I feel like everybody's like, you need to read Lord of Scoundrels. It's one of the best ones out there. It's like your top tier must read historical romance. And I haven't read it yet. So when I saw this, I was like, well, I've got to do this. I've got to do this.
I have an interesting point of view on this one. So it's not bad. It's just everybody like loves it and like it's their like tier. But I did not love it as much. So if we get it, I would love to do a reread and kind of see. But I had just started in historicals. So it could have just been that. But I'm curious because everybody's like, this is my favorite one. And I'm like, okay.
Good for you. Good for you.
I love that for you. I'm just kidding. I'm being spicy. But no, I'm just curious. I would love to actually reread it just to kind of see, because it was when I was first starting to read historical. So we'll see.
Neat. Maybe. Very cool. All right. Excited. I also see Deborah goes, we're going to need an entirely different Discord server for this. I have heard incredible things about this one. See, yes, I have too. Lord of Scoundrels is on Violet's 12 Rex. Oh, yay. It was the second historical romance series that I read. I started with Loretta Chase. Oh my gosh, Terry, this is like This Is Your Life of books tonight. Megan says, on my 12 Rex to read. It does seem like on the tier with Devil in Winter must read. Yes. Yes.
And maybe it's because I love Devil in Winter so much more.
Oh. So it's like Devil in Winter? Is it? Or no?
It's definitely no, because it's not Marriage of Convenience, but it's a more I want to say, is it Enemies to Lovers? Or Hate to Love?
Okay. Interesting.
Yeah,
Abby Jean says it's a classic. Yeah.
Yeah.
From 1995. I wasn't alive then, so I don't know.
Yeah, me neither. I was just born.
I had to ask, like, what was the life like back then? I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
I don't remember.
19. I'm just kidding.
Nicole says, I really want to read this one too. It's been staring me down from the tea cart because the bookshelves are full. That was what we were talking about, where the interesting places we've had books. Cheryl says, I am the same, Tara. I probably like it even less than you. It just doesn't work for me, but I'd love to discuss it with everyone. Okay.
Yeah. Which is interesting for me because I really do think it's a hate to love, and I love a hate to love. So Cheryl, thank you for making me feel good.
She's here for you. I love Kristen's like, ouch, that hurts Abby about the 1995. Want, not ants. Oh, I know. I figured. She's got ants? What's going on over there?
Oh, dear.
They're on the tea cart. It's the sugar lumps. I think that's what it is. It's attracting ants, Nicole. If you wanted my advice. Now I feel old. No, we don't. We don't feel old. We don't. I'm just saying 90s is bodice ripper territory. No shade.
That is true.
Then Paige, then there was this whole thing. So first it was Nicole and Terry. They were thrown down. And then there was Abby Jean was talking smack. And like all these crazy things are happening.
What is going on over here?
I have this on my shelf to read since everyone seems to have it. Okay, everyone but Tara and Cheryl. 30 years ago. No. Oh my gosh.
You guys, this is a safe space because I really felt nervous about telling you guys that.
But did you just read? And Kristen goes, ouch again, Terry. 1995 was 30 years ago.
Terry, stop it.
I think I need to lie down. I wasn't ready for that.
I'm nearly 29, Terry.
Yes. You know, Lacey of Lacey Book Lovers turned 29 the other day, and I was like, oh my gosh, I love it. I've been 29 for years. You are going to love it.
I'm going to be 39 this year, guys.
Oh my, you're so old. How do you get up in the morning?
I don't know. with aches and pains.
You're so funny. Oh gosh, I saw lately that Loretta Chase has some sale on that book lately. Oh, how fun! That's good to know. I'm going to be 42 on Tuesday. Happy birthday, Kristen!
Oh, Kristen.
I'm like the crypt keeper. Oh, Kristen, stop. You stop. You're silly. And let us know what kind of music you like so I can do a little birthday thing. Crypt keeper music, probably. I don't know. When I was 3, this came out. Oh, look at that, Megan. Now you made Tara leave. When I was 3, this came out. Tara,
What?
we can't see you, right? And now she's muted herself too. Deborah's like, stop saying numbers.
Sorry, my kids were speaking.
Tara was just
my children refuse to go to bed.
Oh gosh. Well, if they're, my kids fell asleep apparently on the couch. So I love this. Stop saying numbers. This is a reading group. Tara left us unsupervised for like 5 minutes. That's what happened. We got out of control. Say that one. It's so true.
It is.
I was like, Tara, you're gonna leave, and I'm just gonna read. And then when you come back, I'm like, and then the softball team almost beat me up.
Oh my goodness, we left B alone.
Never safe to do. Never safe to do. Terry says, do I have to tell you, Tara, that the other day I realized that one of our nephews is the same age as you? Tara.
Sorry, Terry.
Be in the same age as your nephew. Well, next time you'll try harder, Tara. Maybe you'll learn your lesson.
Deborah.
Learn your lesson. Deborah. Jinx, Deborah.
She owes you a Coke.
I know, right? Megan and I did Jinx earlier tonight too. We were both thinking the same thing for Alexa Aston. It was hilarious. Okay, you know what I should do? I should read the summary of this book.
We should definitely pitch.
I think by the time we get to the voting, we will have forgotten the first book.
Oh my goodness, Terry.
Oh my heavens. Tara, how could you?
I'm sorry, Terry. I was just kidding.
Oh my goodness gracious. Okay. Lord of Scoundrels. Boop, 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 boop. Could have done this at any point, really. Didn't have to wait until just
said,
now.
what book?
Are we voting? Are we pitching? What's happening?
What are we doing right now?
It's going to be April by the time we finish this. By the way, this cover. This cover.
I
this
do
is
love that
I
cover.
want. Yes. Okay.
It's hard to find.
I believe it. I believe it. Let's learn about it, shall we? What is she saying? Be as prepared. I'm prepared. Sort of, a little bit. Here we go. Here we are. Okay. Determined lady. Tough-minded Jessica Trent's sole intention is to free her nitwit brother from the destructive influence of, guess who? Sebastian Ballister, the notorious Marquis of Dane. She never expects to desire the arrogant, amoral cad. He's amoral. And when Dane's reciprocal passion places them in a reciprocal passion. Okay.
Yeah. Good thing it's reciprocal, because if it wasn't, that'd be something different.
I've just never heard of that term. Reciprocal passion. Okay. All right. It places them in a scandalously compromising and public position. Jessica is left with no choice but to seek satisfaction. Lord of Scoundrels. Damn the minx for tempting him, kissing him, and then forcing him to salvage her reputation. Oh no, I pushed something. Wait. I don't know where it went. Oh, I found it. Okay. What happened? Nothing. I don't know what happened. Okay. Lord Dane can't wait to put the infuriating blue stocking in her place and in some amorous position. And if that means marriage, so be it. Though Sebastian is less than certain he can continue to remain aloof and steal his heart to the sensuous, headstrong lady's considerable charms. Those charms are considerable.
They are.
And reciprocal. Not really.
And amorous.
And amorous. You know it's real.
It is a vocab lesson tonight.
It is. I forgot he was a Sebastian. Yeah, now we have 2 Sebastians in one night.
Yeah.
Who would have thought? Listen here, Jessica. Now we will never know. I'm sorry. I'm pushed the wrong button. I'm like my mother with the phone. I'm like, Mom, what are you doing? Look, just randomly. Now it's me. I'm doing it. A theme tonight. Ladies getting compromised. Yes, this is true.
And one who compromises herself.
Ooh, yes. Oh no, I pushed something. Me every day, right? You know, the best is when you accidentally do something and then it does something cool. But then sometimes I can't figure out what I did to make
I
the cool
hate when
thing.
I do that.
Yes.
Because I'm like, what did I do to make it so neat?
I know. Oh, yes. I know. I gave this 4 stars. I love that Mary's on topic. Thank you, Mary, for bringing it.
Mary, I think I gave it 4 stars out of fear.
Out of fear? Out of fear. Is there
I didn't want the historical romance people to hate me.
Oh no.
They're like, you can't sit with us. You didn't like Laura Scoundrels.
Go sit at the other table.
Oh no, I did. I gave it a 3.
Well, see, look at you with your principles. Good for you.
I
And
got
someday they're going to invite you to that table. They're going to invite you. I can feel it. It's coming. Terry says, I read 3 Sebastians in a row in February and not on purpose.
Well, it's a good name.
You know what, though? That really helps if you're going to do a retelling. Just everybody, maybe that should be a goal. Just 1 month, everybody's got the same name. And then it's so easy to do your end of the month wrap up.
I will remember everybody's name.
I put it all on my Goodreads because otherwise I forget. I feel like Kristen was trying to say more.
Yeah.
Or just that. You know what, Kristen? We're just glad you're here. If you just want to type for the...
I don't want to gloss back at Deborah's because did you see her?
2 Sebastians in one night. That's another trope altogether, ma'am. I can't believe I almost missed that.
That is.
Oh, Deborah. Somebody else is spicy tonight. Oh, my. Loretta Chase fandom will find you, Tara. Uh-oh.
They will. Guys.
They're going to find
it's
you.
It's a real thing. My letter for the historical romance, table got lost in the mail.
You didn't get that letter?
No. It's not in my emails either.
Oh, look,
Thank you, Cheryl.
My table. Oh. Nobody else said that, by the way. We're all just like, poor Tara. And then there's Cheryl.
I'm at the kitty table. It's me and you, Cheryl. We'll wear hats.
Got crayons, paper cups. Awesome.
We ride at dawn. I'm just kidding.
Abby Jean, I'm so sorry. I don't know what idea you have for a theme or what we were talking about when you type because we are all over the place.
Potentially Sebastians. Just make it all Sebastian heroes.
Would that not be hilarious? Remember, we're always looking for what is it going to be? May? Is it May now that we'll have like a topic? Like, remember, we could do like Sebastians as one of our potential.
Yeah.
That would be funny.
May sounds right.
There it is. Terry's like, we could do a month theme of Sebastian. That's what I was attempting to say, Terry. Thank you for making it make sense. Tara, it's good to know it was a 3 for you. Keeps my expectations realistic. Good. Mm-hmm. Yep. We sit in the bathroom down the hall. That's not what happens to the baby of the group.
Nobody puts baby in a corner. Or at the kids' table.
That's right. That's right. The kiddie table has crayons inside. I said crayons. Yes. The battle of the Sebastians. Yes. Which Sebastian is the winner? Well, Sebastian.
Yeah.
Or another common name. I love that.
That's fun.
Or even a title like Dukes of whatever. Yes. I love it.
I agree.
I love it. I love it. The Battle of the Sebastians. That's really fun. I love that idea. I love that idea. Okie dokie. So, by the way, this book I talked about 10 minutes ago, an hour ago. I don't know.
What book is
It,
it?
I know.
All
What are
right.
we doing today? I don't remember. It's 384 pages. It's 11 hours and 39 minutes long. You can find it on Storytel and Hoopla. So there you go.
What's that baseball thing where it's like he's on first base? So no, he's on second. Like, do you know
Terry!
this?
What? Are you?
No, it's an old.
Are you referring to Who's on First?
You got. This is how I feel tonight. Sorry. Okay. Pick me out. It's okay, guys. I get it now.
I love it. Deborah's like, wait, is it for reading? Like the Battle of the Sebastians.
We read.
The joke? Yes, the joke. She's talking about the joke. Who's on first?
Yeah. And it goes back into our baseball.
It does. Man, you're good. Man, you're good. Okie doke. So guess what we get to do now? You'll
do we
never
get to vote B?
We do.
I guess I'm gonna have to go with the last one. Just kidding.
Because I can't
remember Abbott and Costello. I love Abbott and Costello.
Yes.
I love watching them.
Good job, Kristen. Good job. Okay, so let me show you. Okay, so I think I need to. I'm not presenting anything else. Let me do this then. Boo, boo, boo. Do. All right, so I actually have this is actually we'll see how this is. I'm actually really excited. I think this is going to be fun to look at, and it's going to be really easy. This is the Google Forms. I'm going to let's see. I'm going to do this again. Copy responder link. I'll shorten the URL. Save. And then I'm going to come over here, putting it in the comments. And yes, then you can click it and you can vote for what you would like to see. And I don't have any responses yet, but you'll see it soon. We've got Silk is for Seduction by Loretta Chase. Are you guys seeing it, by the way? Okay, good. If the Duke Demands by Anna Harrington, Mistakes Not to Make When Avoiding a Rake by Fenna Edgewood, and Lord of Scoundrels by Loretta Chase. We've already got 2 responses. And now we can see the lovely pie chart. Oh, rats, I want to take. Oh, good. Oh,
cool.
We have a tie again. I'm going to lose my mind. Do you want me to?
Vote? Can you vote on
yes.
your thing? Okay, I was just curious.
Yeah. Do you want me to send the link to you via like Instagram?
No, I have it.
Oh, you have it. Good.
The comments or the chat.
Oh, good. Perfect. Okay, good.
Yeah, I haven't seen it with a pie chart. That's so cool.
Isn't that fun?
Yeah.
We did this live and we had a 4-way tie. Everything was 25%. I thought, oh no. And then I think Terry was like, for the love of God, call it. Because we finally got off of a tie. Look at this. Isn't this fun?
Yeah.
And you don't have to scroll up and down.
Thank goodness.
I know, right?
Megan, that was If the Duke Demands.
Oh yes, that's it. Yes, thank you. I know.
Megan number 2. It's because I saw your name and then read her comment.
Right. Oh yeah.
Inspiring.
Yes, there we are. Oh yeah, gotcha. Okay, let's see. Is it big enough for you guys to see? Or
it's
no?
A little bit difficult for me, but I can get the gist.
You know what I might do? Let me see if I can do this thing again where I do the boop. That's not a whole lot bigger, unfortunately.
I mean, that's better though.
I wonder if I could make it bigger. How about that?
Oh yeah, now we can really see.
I'm learning so many new things. Oh, that's a little too big. I'm learning so many new things lately, and I've really been enjoying it. Isn't that great?
Yeah.
Okay, that's 28 votes.
Oh my goodness.
So I think I would just go ahead and call it. Let's just call it. See, again, like we can tell how many are doing it now. Yeah. So yeah, I would say it looks like If the Duke Demands by Anna Harrington. 29 votes. Wow. 29 votes. So there you have it. All right, guys. we can just go ahead and call it If the Duke Demands by Anna Harrington, which is, let me go back to this slide. You know what I'll do? I'm going to close it out. I mean, that's almost half of us. That's impressive.
It is. That's crazy.
Yeah. It's so fun. I think we might do this from now on.
We got a couple more votes. Did we?
We did. We have 32, 33.
Can you switch votes? Like
You can. You can. You can also vote more than once, which I'm wondering if someone's doing that right now. And it's really skewing it to If the Duke Demands. I'm gonna call it. Okay, I'm gonna call it. Do.
Yeah, Nicole says, can we vote more than once?
Yes, you may. Yes, you may, but not anymore because I just called it. Okay, sorry. Let me move this out of the way. All right, so just because I want it to be more like closer to fair, who's double clicking? I know. I think somebody. Oh wait, now. What is it doing?
Where are you? Oh, there you are.
Well, why is it doing it like this? Oh, that is too much.
I love both of us. We're like, oh,
too much. Okay, well, I'm still learning. That was a little rough coming back in on reentry. Yeah, 19 people watching. So many teachers' eyes are like, exactly. Yeah, 35 votes. No. Can we? Yeah, and that's the thing. You can vote more than once. I was going to have it so everyone could only vote one time, but then they have to sign into Google, and I did not want to make people have to do that. You know, so, but it looked like it was pretty clear, even when it was fewer votes, that it was for If the Duke Demands, which is right here. I'm
so excited. I loved this one.
Oh no, math again. Deborah says. Right, Nicole. I know. Who's double clicking? I know.
Cheryl, the math.
And I'll tell you, I will say, because I know nobody's going to be surprised. It was funny, and I opened my big mouth when we were doing the votes for the best book boyfriend bracket, and I was like, "Gosh, I sure hope it's not going to be a tie." And then immediately, like, I was like, "Wait a minute, somebody's messing with this." What are you gonna do? The math ain't mathin'. That's right. Eager to try Anna Harrington. Yes. Yes, exactly. One vote each. Yes. Yeah. So yeah, that's why I sort of was like, okay, right away. Even then more came in. So yeah, If the Duke Demands, Anna Harrington.
I'm excited. I want to read. I'm glad I get to read it again.
Yeah.
I loved it. I haven't
read it yet. So yeah, so that's that. So yeah, I'm excited to finally read her too. So I would say it's almost 10. And
what?
And then it got crazy.
Wow. Again. No, cool. I'm just kidding.
Okay, sure. Oh yes, absolutely. Thank you, Kristen. Boop, Everand, and Hoopla. You can get it for free. So yeah, that's I should have put this one up. You're right. But I'm really excited. So this is going to be our April book, and then we're going to figure out a theme for May, right? And yeah. When we do it next.
I think you're right.
I'm excited. This is going to be a great book. And I wonder if we could get Anna Harrington to come on. I have no idea. But yeah, that would be neat. Sorry, couldn't resist. Like zing. Nicole. April was the themed month. Okay.
So June.
Oh, that's right, because it was the spring flowers. I'm sorry, Terry. Thank you. What would we do without Terry?
The theme for June is Tara's birthday. I'm just kidding.
I love it.
We could do, if we don't do Sebastian's, we could do like parties.
Ooh. Well, remember, we're going to like pick like themes, like our top
4. We're going to vote.
Yeah. So we could do like parties. We could do Tara's top picks, right? Like maybe your top 4. Sebastian's, and then something else.
And then Deborah says June is Pride.
Oh yeah, Pride. Oh yeah.
Weddings. Oh my goodness, you guys put all of this stuff
Wedding
in
for
the
her wedding in
Discord.
July. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
We're gonna have a Terry, get ready. We're gonna have a lot of themes for June.
Yeah.
And then how are we gonna pick? It's gonna be hard.
It
It's
is.
so hard. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Well, I think my abs got a workout tonight from all the laughing I did.
Same.
We had 3 hours of hilarity, essentially. This is
Well, didn't she run into his rock hard abs?
That's right. That's right. I love it. Oh man, but yeah, I probably need to go to bed. I hate to say it. Do you too? Yeah, we've got an early morning. We signed the kids up for swimming this spring, and the swimming starts early. And I'm like, good night. We have to go to the pool. It's the indoor pool, but still, it's like yikes. So anyway.
We have soccer tomorrow, so.
Oh, do you really? Is this your only soccer-free day? Because I know everybody's doing, lots of sports.
It was basketball and it was soccer on, but now the seasons are about to be over for both. And then I get to break.
Great. Okay. Oh, wonderful. Well, I've enjoyed our Friday nights, but yeah, if
Me too.
you play around with other nights too if you want. But yeah, Friday nights have been really fun.
Yeah. You guys let us know. Do you like Friday nights?
Yeah. Let us know in the comments. June is for second chance. Wait, what? Does that mean we have to wait? What?
Did we already
it's for second chance. All the books that were rats. I didn't even pay attention.
Oh, I forgot.
Okay, so did you pay attention to this one, Terry? Let me go back over here.
Yeah.
Oh, for Pete's sake. Why does it do this to me? It says bright presenting, blah, blah, blah. Stop screen. Now I'm going to share it again. Sorry, guys. I just want you to see what was second place for this one. Because it is different. I see the I mean, I do like this format, but yeah, the worry about the people voting more than once. That is a concern. But yeah, it looks like the second place winner is
looks like Fenna Edgewood, right?
It is. Yep. Mistakes not to make when avoiding a rake. So that'll be up in June. So there you go. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Let's see what else.
Maybe we could still do themes and see if it works.
Yeah, or we could do themes in July or something. Yeah. I don't know. Yeah, we'll figure it out.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm glad. I'm so glad, Megan. It's been so great. Yay, you make my day better too.
Aww.
This was so much fun. Yeah, thank you for all the laughs. Everybody was so great. I really like Friday nights for sprints. That's true. We can stay up later. Yeah. That's a good point. Our second picks. Yes, second chance. Pride Festival meeting tomorrow morning here, but that bridge of love is calling my name. I know, right? Tired. Yeah, Fenna Edgewood. Yes, thank you. Okay, so Terry even knew. So many laughs tonight. Thanks, everyone. Truly. I guess it is possible there was some kind of accident or malfunction when the voting rather than cheating. Maybe.
We'll go with it.
I like that better.
Crazy computer.
I like that better. I like that, Abby. Let's go with that. July is already picked. Hum. Okay, so July's already picked? Oh. This is about that other thing. Sorry, guys. Terry, you're going to make people wonder what we're doing.
Don't do that.
Come on, Terry. Like we're keeping secrets or something. You guys are going to like it. I'd like to think none of us would really be silly like that. I know, Abby Jean, I'm with you. I know. So glad I caught the last bit of sprints and had a good laugh with you all. Hope you all have a great night. I know. Yes, you too, Paige. I'm so glad. Wonderful live tonight. You guys are the best. You're the best too. It's the ghost from the shelf who voted. It's ghost votes.
It has to be ghost votes. It's not even the same shelf, and it's. He snuck downstairs.
That's right. I love that too. Yeah, anything is better than being like, somebody's not being honest. Yeah.
Right.
I like that better. Okie doke. Well, let's do it. Let's go to sleep. Unless you're Kristen. And what time is it there? 7? You're probably not ready to go to sleep yet, Kristen. Oh, Fifi.
Oh, no.
We're just saying goodnight, Fifi. I'm so sorry, man. We'll have to catch you next time.
Yeah.
But yeah. All right, everybody, you have a great night. Have a great weekend. We will see you again soon. And yeah, thank you for making my night and Tara's night. And we will
Yes,
see
thank
you next time. Bye.